Phantoms are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
Okay. We're back up. I know we're back up on YouTube. Yeah, we're definitely back up on YouTube. I apologize once again, folks. This is that what I've been saying about our Monday night streams. I think they're going to be primarily YouTube only. Something's up with my ISP to where Monday nights, only on Monday, you'll see this tomorrow, that I can't seem to dual stream, and I don't know why. I have literally done everything I can to try and fix it, but it seems like we're only at you know, we made it, what, 45 minutes, and that was fine. We made it 45 minutes on dual stream, but it's like, it doesn't matter what I do, it just, like, it kicks it out. And I'm not happy about that. I really wish I knew a fix for it, but as soon as tomorrow rolls around, we'll be dual streaming just fine. So, like I said, I apologize. This seems to be a weekly occurrence, and it only happens on Mondays for us. So I don't know if maybe we need to change the time or something. I'm not really sure. If anybody does any kind of networking or anything like that, like, by all means, I am open to any and all suggestions, because I can't seem to find a fix for it, and it's only happening once a week, and it's on Mondays, and it's usually around this time. But as soon as tomorrow hits, it's completely fine. We're able to dual stream and everything. So I don't know. I'm at a loss. So like I said, I think Mondays, until I can figure this out or something works correctly, we're going to just stick to streaming on YouTube on Mondays, and then Tuesday will be our dual stream until further notice, I guess. Like, I really hate that too, because I love all my viewers over on Twitch. I have nothing but great things about them to say, but you know, I can't hit both platforms if my internet service provider just wants to deny me, you know. So it is unfortunate, and you know, hopefully here in the near future we can find a good fix for it. So, but we did complete this TFO with no deaths, so that's a plus. We got ourselves another canister. We can just start stockpiling these. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can figure out some kind of fix for just the Monday night stream. Tuesdays is fantastic. I just don't know what it is on Mondays that it causes this kind of hiccup and these issues, because we don't even get an error in our consoles or nothing. It just dies. So it's fine. We'll get it fixed at some point or another. Mondays we'll just stick to YouTube, and then on Tuesdays we'll fix it on both platforms. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. That was a very easy one. I didn't figure we were gonna die in that one anyways. I know some people over on Twitch are still kind of either jumping back over to YouTube, or we really need to get an outside source of social media set up, just so I can make an announcement of when this happens, because I feel really bad when it happens, and then like we're reconnected and we're fine and everything's rolling. It's just like, I don't know. I really don't know the networking side of things, as far as like from your ISP to your modem router, right? But like, I do know my home networking setup, and it's like, I just don't know if like they send something out at a certain time of night, but it's every Monday and it's consistent. So I don't know if they send something out that just like resets something at a certain time, and then like, oops, that's what happened. I really don't have an answer for that. I wish I did. I wish I knew. That here. Okay, there we go. Well, which one are we getting into? Let's see. Which one are we getting into? Oh yeah, yeah, Peril of Pavo. Yeah, this is another one that does, like I said, it can. We already got Defensive Star Base 1. We did Pavo Dissension. We get this one. I assume we'll get maybe Battle Binary Stars or the Hell with Honor to pop on the next runs. But this should be okay. This one's not. This one's not too bad. We just gotta activate our satellites, right? And then defend our position.
Bad news.
Why is my ship so close? It's pretty much a spaghetti code being held together with duct tape. Yeah. Both STO and Twitch stream for sure. Like, luckily we were able to fire it back up on YouTube easily. It's just that there's some kind of conflict I'm having with Twitch, and it's always every Monday. But hey, Ponderman, how are you? Good to see you. What the funny thing is like that statement about the spaghetti code being held together with duct tape is literally how like the inner workings of STO is. It's really is. The history of this game has gone over the years, right? Like, it's just nuts. All right, I just got indefinitely held. I couldn't even move. I had like no control resistance. So hey, Ponderman. There we go. Those of you that are rejoining us, there's our death for this run. You get to vote. You get to choose, and basically majority wins at the end of this at the end of the TFO. So there we go. That's exactly what we're. I got like held. I just could not even get out of it. Poor Bob has like no control resistance whatsoever. So yeah, this is where you guys are in control of the stream. We did eat one BeanBoozle already. That was great. Nasty. It was a habanero one. But yeah, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and majority rules on it. Yeah, number 1. And the way we did it is we reach into the box on camera, so I don't see what the flavor is. I have the box right here. We're not using the spinny wheel because I feel like the spinny wheel will just not really, you know. So if I get the Carolina Reaper one, then I get the Carolina Reaper one, and that's just all there is to it. I guess you should be actually doing the objectives and stuff, right? That might help.
Multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
That habanero one was, I mean, like at first it was actually really good at first, but like as it went on and like I got the taste of it, it just got progressively worse. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's just go and fight this group of enemies here, and hopefully, you know. Okay, like Bob has no control resistance. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is bad. He has like none. Oh no. I can't even get out of their tractor beams. This is so horrible. Okay, so maybe I should let somebody else grab it. Potterman says 1. I did lose about 17 people on that disconnect, so that kind of sucks. I hope they got the notification that I'm back on. We were having a very good time, very good conversation, and then all of a sudden it was just like, no, sorry. We're gonna take it all away from you. So hopefully they'll come back and we'll get some more votes in here, but if not, we'll go with Potterman's vote. I think I saw you comment on something yesterday or today, Ponderman. I noticed you found another creator that I've been following a lot lately. I actually enjoy his content. I think his name is STO Command Carrier. But I thought I saw you on one of his videos. Yeah, Twitch giveth and Twitch taketh away. I know it's gonna get to a point here where it's like I inevitably just stay on YouTube, and I really don't like that. I don't like that my hand's being forced one way or the other, because I very much enjoy both platforms, and I have viewers on both platforms, and I don't want to alienate one or the other. But yeah, it's only a problem with Twitch. It's not a problem with YouTube. Obviously, we're doing fine here on YouTube, but it's just a problem with Twitch. I don't know why it is a problem with Twitch. That's the thing I am not understanding. Whee! We're hanging on by a thread. Bob says he can do it. Just one enemy at a time. Okay. All right. I don't remember. Are there fail mechanics on advanced? I know there is, obviously, on elite. I just don't know if it like only applies on elite or not. Like, can you fail an elite or an advanced TFO like you can an elite one? Like, it's really bad. I don't play advanced content like at all. The only time I play normal is if it's during an event and you're kind of forced to play normal, right? Or I play elite content because that's like just where I'm at in the game. Like, so I'm just not used to playing advanced. I'm trying to remember if there are fail mechanics to it or not. That was me. Carrier builds have become an interest to me. I have a very love-hate relationship with carrier builds. I like them. I do. I think they're very underrated, but they're also very hard to maintain. There are like 2 super starship traits that make carrier builds just amazing, and I absolutely love them. But one of them is extremely expensive to obtain. I think it's like 250 million on the exchange. The other one's well, actually both of those traits are extremely expensive. Sad and the one that comes from the whatever, yeah. And he seems to be the only person testing how certain consoles affect the pets. Yeah, my Arc Royal is actually set up as a command science build. I haven't really delved into carriers as much as I'd like to. I've always been a science officer, like science officer at heart. But it's kind of funny, the more I play on Bob, the more I play on my other characters, like the more I'm leaning into like beam builds and stuff, right? Because like that's all we do now is play with beam type ships. But I'm just kind of, I don't know, maybe one day I'll have to do that. Yeah, only 250 million. Let me go get my wallet. Yeah, 250 million EC is it's for the one that comes out of this lockbox, like, or not the lockbox, but comes out of. Oh no, wait, it's gone, isn't it? That whole gamma thing. I can't even think of the name of it because I haven't. Like I said, I'm bad with the names until like I'm actually there. Yeah, but it's not even there anymore. That's right, they changed it. Oh, cool. The 10th and 11th and all that's on sale. We're not getting any of it for this account, right? Because like this is the free-to-play account. But where are they at? They should be in here.
Flagships are coming to attack.
I wish I was better at like knowing what the names were right off the top of my head. This one, the Delta Alliance Duty Officer box. There we go. So it is the trait Scramble Fighters. That's the one I was thinking of. Scramble Fighters is like 250 million on PC. I'm pretty sure it's that much. And then, of course, superior aerial denial, you can only get it one of two ways. You can either get it from the Infinity Lockbox, or you can get it as an account unlocked through the 12th anniversary, I believe. Wow, I don't know what I was thinking. I ran in there like a dummy. Yeah, so you can only get it. I'm going to give everybody else a chance because I see more people joining up. I'm going to pull this up on screen real quick. I'm going to give everybody else a chance to vote because of the deaths. But we're still going to go with the BeanBoozle for right now. We did decide only one death per run. But like I said, there are more people joining in chat, so I kind of want to just, you know, cover that basis while they're joining up. But yeah, the other one, the only way you can get it is through the 12th anniversary bundle, I believe, or 13th. Where's it at? It's a Monday, man. It really is. Always on Mondays. Like my brain is so scattered.
Your alpha is at 75%.
There we go. Is it 12th? Yeah. 12th anniversary. So you can get it through here if you're going to be willing to pay that. You can get superior aerial denial this way. Or you can get it from the Infinity Lockbox and choose the ship only on a single account. So both of those traits for carriers to really like shine are extremely expensive. And I do have them on the main account, but like, would I want to like do that again? Hell no. And I don't run like enough carriers to kind of justify it in the first place. So I mean, like, all I really run is like the Arc Royal, and that's mainly set up for science abilities, but it does have some like pet stuff to it. So that's why I think carriers are kind of in a tricky place. I feel like carriers is kind of if done right, they perform extremely well, and like, you know, it's just they have a high ceiling to get into. There's nothing like carrier wise that's really cheap. Like even the personal traits, the few personal traits that you would run aren't cheap at all. So I feel like carriers is almost kind of like a luxury build in a way. Like I think the lowest bar of entry for building any ship for like quote unquote elite content or in-game content is going to be a beamboat of some sort, because you can do it all completely free to play, which is exactly what we're doing, right? You can do it all free to play. I think carriers don't, you really can't. I mean, like the most you can do with carriers free to play is like crafting the carrier consoles from engineering, and even then you still have to run like elite content to get the stuff to craft them right, and then like you still have to you know, figure out what you're gonna do with the rest of your build, I guess. So like there's not a whole lot of like free to play options when it comes to carrier, like a good carrier ship, I should say. I should specify a good carrier ship. There's not a lot of good free to play options. Because yeah, you can build whatever you want completely free to play, absolutely. But I think they should add a little bit more to make carriers kind of like easier accessible. But then again, as a main science officer, the same kind of deal. There's not a lot for science that's like free to play. Science is pretty expensive. So I guess the bar of entry for STO is if you can build yourself a good like beam boat, even a torpedo boat for the most part, I guess you could say, then you'll be fine. You'll be able to enjoy the game. You just won't enjoy it at the level of like, hey, I gotta pull out my credit card to get all the premium stuff. But you'll be fine. Like you don't need to do that. There's a bunch of things I have on like my wish list, I guess, for STO to see if they'll like do things for this game. But you know, if you look at the Steam charts and you look at like console and you look at like kind of where they're at as a whole, it's not sustainable. going with 3. What is this? Number 3. So we have a 3 and a 1. We have a 1 vote for 1 and 1 vote for 3. So we have weighted squats and random spicy BeanBoozle. What if I meet you guys in the middle and I just do both at the same time? Since we ended a TFO, I could do both at the same time. Oh, that's going to be gross. I'm going to have to do squats with a nasty BeanBoozle. But you know what? I will do both of them. Okay. All right. So first we're going to pick our bean, right? So just to recap on it, it's these from here. Y'all can see it now. Yeah, there you go. So now you can see which ones. All right, and we're going to reach in the box randomly, grab one because I died. So I'm not going to be able to see what it is. Just slow 7 on any as we move along with the lives. Yeah, that's very true. And that's exactly it. So I don't know which one it is. I'm just going to reach in and grab it. And whatever one I get is what I get. I don't know what this is. This one's, I think this one's cayenne. I'm pretty sure this one's cayenne. It's the dark red one. So we got this one. All right. I'm gonna do one of each. Well, like I said, I'm just gonna knock out both at the same time. So I will pop this in my mouth and start suffering with it, and I'll go do the weighted squats back here with the workout camera. There we go. So, oh god, that's so gross, bro. That is the worst. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cayenne. Oh, that's 100% cayenne. Oh, God, that's so nasty. Oh. Oh, no. No, no, no. That would go great with some beans. Yeah, it could go great with anything but a jelly bean by itself. Oh, that's horrible. All right, we got to do some weighted squats back here. We're going to do 10 of them. Knock these out. Got our weights. We're just gonna go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. There. 10 of those and a nasty ass habanero jelly bean. There we go. Oh, God, that was horrible. That was a taste. I don't like that one. The habanero one. No, that was cayenne. I'm sorry. The habanero one wasn't bad. And the cayenne one sucked. Oh. It's got a nasty aftertaste. That's horrible. Thanks for that, Ponderman. Appreciate that. Okay, how many of these canisters are we up to, though? That's the important part. We got 3. So I'd like to end tonight, if possible, with like at least 10 of these, at least, because we already have the torpedo slotted, and we just got to wait for. Well, we can start putting in the marks because we're going to keep getting marks. We just got to wait for dilithium on this one. So we could have the torpedo tomorrow. So we're only using dilithium that I have, accumulated, right? So, oh man, that is something else. That taste is just, ugh. So we'll have the torpedo tomorrow. Then we're gonna need. What do we need for the shield? Is it 5? I think it's 5. I think the console's 5 too, right? So we need the shield and the console. Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, because if we can start piecing this together, get some unlocks for this account. Oh my goodness, man, I do not like that. That aftertaste is horrible. It did. It came back. It's literally back, like, in my throat right now. It's horrible. Okay. Yeah. Let me grab all these. All right. I mean, I'm gonna sell these over here. So let's see. How long has Bob... Is Bob at his 2-day birthday yet? He will be. He'll be 2 days old. So in 48 hours, as a free-to-play player, and again, this is not me being a new player. I'm just saying this is as a free-to-play new player experience. In 48 hours playtime, you go from 1 to 65, damn near tier 4 in all your reputations, because like we are tier 4 in these ones with tier 3 here. So let's just say tier 3.5 to be on the safe side, right? Tier 3.5. So you can go from 1 to 65, tier 3.5. You could get some decent ground pieces with some okay like ground kits, right? You can do all of this completely free to play in 2 days playtime, and which we have broken up in a span of 5 weeks. Now, again, that could be faster or slower depending on if you do choose to purchase items in this game, or if you do choose to, like, you know, whatever. But like, honestly, the free to play grind is not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. And yeah, we're not done yet by any means. Like, we still have a bunch of stuff to obtain, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to initially be, going back and doing this. You know, this is the first time I've done a fresh account in 14 years. I have had, like I said, I do have 3 other accounts, but those accounts all started relatively around the same time. Like, both the Xbox accounts started back to back together, and that was during the release of the game on Xbox. So I knew what that grind was like from having my PC account, my main account, from when the game essentially launched, or rather after it launched. So this is really the first time I've truly done a, it's been some years, go back and do this, and it's something else. And the funny thing is I feel a bit of like a special kind of attachment with this account, because of the fact that, like, you know, you're really having to earn everything and grind out everything, where it's like on my main account, it's very easy for me to be like, oh, I have some disposable income. Okay, here, I'll quickly buy this, you know, or whatever, right? Like, it's very easy for me to do something like that if I can. And on here, that's not the option whatsoever. On here, it's like you got to earn it, you know? You got to do what you got to do, but you got to earn it. I'm wondering, hold on, while we're waiting, let me see. Have I... Okay, I haven't gotten this yet. So what I'll do in the meantime as well is I will add the crystalline catastrophe. So if that spawns, we can just get the discovery marks to get ourselves another canister, right? So we're still going to be doing what we need, but we need this, you know. So we'll just do that, and then hopefully the next rotation will be the advanced queues to spawn. You can only do this once every 20 hours, and we haven't done this yet. So we might as well. That's the crystalline catastrophe for sure. But that's okay. As long as we get what we need, our goal is to do this, right? So you decided to keep kind of just trying to figure out how to break the news to us. No, though, I'm definitely giving this account away. I just feel that it's a lot more of enjoyment for me doing this and doing this journey, especially with y'all here on YouTube, right? Like, it's just been like great to look back on this and go, wow, like, this has been an experience. Now, I definitely love my other accounts. And in fact, my PC account, my main PC account, is my all-time favorite account. But it's just, you know, Bob, no matter who gets Bob, no matter when we give this account away and whatever, like, it'll just be a fond memory that, like, hey, I did this and I understand, and now Bob's going to a new home kind of situation. It's almost like fostering a child that you're just really proud of, you know? Like, that's kind of what the way I look at it. It's like, I'm fostering Bob until he gets to his forever home. And I'm just kind of, you know, giving Bob the tools to succeed along the way. And then once Bob goes to his forever home, you know, maybe we'll make Jane. You know, we might do it again or something. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find a more challenging experience with another account or something, and then we'll give that one away, or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really decided what we're doing after this journey, because like I said, we're not done by any means. Like, I don't want anybody watching this thinking, "Oh my gosh, you're almost done already." No. I would assume that we are still on track for about July time frame to be. Do mean, like, you know, we still have to get quite a few pieces and swap out some things and whatnot. I actually tried to die for that, and I just didn't. It's I don't think that's gonna kill us anymore. We did die last week on it, but like, the ship wasn't leveled up or anything. We had no nothing. So I was just gonna see if that was gonna happen, but it did not. It's a Monday. My brain got scattered. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm like a freaking dog sometimes. Squirrel. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna come over here. Who knows if we can get if we can really get the YouTube side of things rolling the way I want it to. we may consider getting a PlayStation, despite all the issues that PlayStation. I mean, I feel like consoles are just having a rough time all around, right? Like, price hacks or like price increases and everything, and just like, I know that like STO doesn't really count because it's completely free to play, but I'm just saying, like, if I wanted other games or stuff, like between Xbox and the Game Pass, and then like PlayStation and its like pricing, like it's kind of rough to be a console gamer right now. All right, Discovery marks, perfect. All right, so now let's turn this into a thing for us. And I did actually try to die on that one for y'all, but it just, you know, like I said, it wasn't in the cards this time. Oh no, we only got 50 marks. We're only getting 50 a run. Oh, that's because I already claimed the thing. All right, let's see if we can get into another one of these, and then what we'll do is we'll take the 50. I mean, it's not gonna matter either way, right? We're gonna get points either way. We have to get this to 500, so then we can just dump the rest into this one way or another. It's not gonna matter. But the only thing that I think is really going to kill us on this run is the dilithium. That's it. That's really the only thing that's going to make our run a little bit slower, is because you only get to refine 8,000 a day with being free to play and not lifetime. And then I think you can do like an additional, is it 500 or 1,000 at the fleet lab a day? Something to that effect. So, you know, either 8,500 or 9,000 a day, and each of these projects, well, this one's only 15,000. That's just because it's a torpedo, but I think the console itself is like 32,500. I'm pretty sure it's something to that effect. So I guess the real question becomes is like, do you do like what a new player would do? Is, do we make dilithium farmers at that point? Just to essentially log in, do whatever their duty officer missions and whatever, and then do we move the dilithium around? Because I don't know. I guess I just don't know if that's a fair assessment to do as a quote unquote new player experience. How many of you as a new player thought to themselves, aside from just like going on and looking at YouTube or looking at a website, how many of you as new players went on and said, I'm going to go roll multiple characters so I can farm dilithium? Like, was that ever a thought process in your first month of playing? Or was it something that eventually you came along and said, I need more dilithium because I got to do this, this, and this. How do I get more? And then you looked it up. Because I guess if I knew what the answer was to that, I probably would have an easier time making a decision based on that. And that's kind of where we're stuck at right now, is like, I don't know which way is the best way to go with this. Because like I said, we absolutely could just, roll out some characters that only farm dilithium and 8,000 a day on each one and then moving it over. Yeah, we could get caught up pretty fast. In fact, if you were to do that route as a new player experience, I'm just going to, be honest with everybody here on YouTube and chat. If you were to do that route, and I do recommend that if you have the time to do that route, we could take a 4-hour stream with nothing but alt characters, farm dilithium all stream long on all these different characters that, assuming we get them all to level 65, we set up some duty officer farming and some daily farming. And then this account would be able to start converting dilithium into Zen very quickly. The more characters you have, the more that you're willing to do that kind of repetition, the more you could build up the dilithium and then switching over to Zen. Now the problem is the Zen exchange takes about 3 months or so. Well, depending on what platform you're on, I should say. But I know on PC, it takes about almost 3 months to get you any kind of Zen, unless of course they've brought it down. But I haven't used it in such a long time, so. But yeah, just keep that in mind. If we did go that route, that would significantly speed up the process for this account. But I think doing it the way we're doing it is just showing like the effective grind of how long it would take one character to do it all by themselves. I obviously, that again, as full disclosure, that is not the way that I think anybody should play the game. But it is your game, and you play it whichever way you want to play it. But having alts on a game like this is very, very beneficial. And you should definitely utilize your alts to have multiple sources of, at very minimal, at least dilithium. Dilithium is such a huge thing all around in this game, whether you're doing reputations, whether you're trying to turn it into Zen, whether you're just stockpiling it for fleet projects, whatever, right? You just need dilithium for everything in this game. So I definitely recommend that if you have the time to, or you get a lot more time to play and you have the resources for it and set it up, make dilithium farmers and then move dilithium around your account, because it will make your game that much easier. And I would say a good safe number to start with is probably about 5 or 6 different characters that you can just log into, take like the first hour of the day that you're playing or whatever, right? Between 5 or 6 characters, and you just log them in, pick up duty officer assignments, do any admiralties, maybe run whatever event or something, right? Just like, I'm trying to think of just multiple ways that you can quickly do this, and then you just move it. I spent time looking into the game before I started playing it, and it still took about 6 months to grind out the gear and upgrades I needed, because so much stuff requires dilithium. Exactly. Yeah. And now, did you make multiple tunes to switch around dilithium like we're talking about, or did you try to do it all on one character as a new player at that point? Like, did you say, okay, like, oh, we have a ship injury and it's not really affecting us. It's just impulse engine, whatever. But did you go through and make multiple characters and realize like, oh, I can move dilithium around from character to character? Or did you do it on just one character and let it build and then refine your 8,000 every day for a little bit, because that is the thing. That is it's something that's not explained in here at all. It's not told to you that basically if you didn't know about it, if you had no earthly idea, you were completely free to play. I don't have any dilithium to do this on, and I can't show you right now anyways. I will show you after this TFO exactly what I'm talking about. But if you had no clue, brand new to the game, you can move dilithium from character to character by selling your dilithium, or by attempting to buy Zen at the lowest possible rate, which is 25, and you would list as much dilithium as you possibly can, which is 5,000 Zen worth. And you can then go on to another character and cancel that and withdraw it. And I feel like there are so many people that do not really know about that. I know because I'm in lots of different armadas on my main account where I've heard people talking about, you know, they didn't know that they can move the dilithium around. And I'm like, yeah, you absolutely can. And I wish there were some things, like I said, in this game that that I wish for a quality of life improvement, they would put these things in the game so that players were knowledgeable about it. Or how, like, you can't run ISO mags with vulnerability consoles, right? That's something that a lot of players that are new don't know about. And they just, like, so they read somewhere like, oh, I got to get, you know, vulnerability consoles for crit severity or crit chance or whichever way I'm building it, right? And then, oh, I got to get ISO mags. And then they go and waste all their resources to find out that they can't even put both of them on the same ship together. Because, you know, unless unless you're actively looking for it or something, like, you're not going to know. It's not told in the game. There's no icon on there. So if STO would do some, like, quality of life improvements for, like, especially for new players, I guess in general, is like, you know, update some of the tooltips or something that just basically lets players know, like, hey, you know, you can play the game completely free to play, but if you're looking to, you know, do this, and this, you can. These options will help you. I almost feel like they intentionally leave that stuff out. I could be wrong, but I do feel like they leave that stuff out intentionally. Are we on normal? This feels so easy. No, we're on advanced. It just feels easy. I mean, I'm probably sure we're getting a little bit carried here, but I love spore-infused anomalies. I love whoever's in this science photo out here. Like, this is great. I just love science. Just seeing it fly all over the screen. So yeah, that's kind of crazy to me, Ponerman, that, like, you started a character 4 months into the game of playing it. So you made one character, interested about the game, looked up a bunch of stuff that you could look up and everything, and then you know, 4 months later you're just like, I'm gonna roll a second character, and at that point you're like, oh, I can move dilithium. So you spent 4 months worth of time building EC on one character. I mean, dilithium on one character, well, and EC essentially, right? So you spent 4 months doing that. And that is crazy because, like, unless you're, like, I guess really in the know, right? Like, unless you know people, assuming that you started the game with a group of people that are, you know, willing to share that information or whatever, I guess. I don't know. It's like, the game doesn't tell you that. It doesn't tell you, hey, make multiple characters. I mean, like, you always assume in an MMO that you're gonna make multiple characters anyways, but, like, it's just nothing, like, up front says you can move dilithium from one character to another. They could definitely add some kind of new player-friendly quality of life changes to this game. I think that my biggest gripe is, like I said, the ISO mags and vulnerability consoles. That should definitely be listed somewhere. I felt really bad. I think it was yesterday or the day before on my main account. I was in a fleet or in the Armada chat, and this poor guy bought, like, I mean, again, he's free to play, so he went and bought. I think he bought 3 or 4 vulnerability consoles, which is you know, if you're donating to a fleet and you're building up the marks and then you're getting the dilithium and everything else as a free-to-play player, it's a lot to get all of that stuff, right? So he got like 3 or 4 of those things. And when he got done with it, he's like, I can't equip them. And the very first thing that went across the Armada chat was, are you running isomag consoles? That was like immediately thrown in the chat. Because those of us that know, like, immediately just said, are you running isomags? And he's like, yeah, I'm running 3 or 4 of them. Or whatever, however many he had on his ship, right? And we all just sat there and we were like, oh, yeah, you can't run the 2 of them together. Now what you can do is run, like, the Draenir Colony consoles with them if you want, which is odd. But you can't run the... you can't run the vulnerability consoles or the whatever, the locator consoles. You can't run either of those. So you could just tell, like, they were really frustrated because they got quiet in the chat, and then they were like, okay, well, what do I do then? And we're like, well, either run one or the other, or find a new way to design this or that. Like, you know, like, you gotta kind of pick and choose your fights here. Unfortunately, we don't have, you know, the best answer. That, because I'm sure the answer they wanted was like, oh yeah, no, just do this and you can run both of them. And unfortunately, you can't do something like that. And there are a lot of things that are kind of, well, they are starting to lift some restrictions on things like older consoles and stuff there, but there are a lot of older consoles that you can't run with certain things or certain ships that they just don't explicitly tell you about until you go, well, I know I have this console, I'm trying to equip it, why can't I equip it? And there are some that do say, like, only equipable on a Xindi starship or something, right? So, like, it is kind of a mixed bag. I just don't know, like, half the time, like, what they're thinking when they release something and they go, oh, yeah, it's working as intended. So, you know, players are just like, oh, I'm going to buy this, this, and this. Seems on the new team seems more focused on making the game better. The fleet update will be a welcome change. I'm very curious to see all that they do with the fleet update. I really am. I do like the direction that basically what Deca had done with Cryptic, right? I do like it a lot. I think they are doing, they're making decent progress towards the right direction. I'm not gonna say, and look, I'm as critical as Cryptic as anybody else, so I'm not gonna sit here and just say, like, oh, they're perfect angels and they do everything correctly, because they don't. I don't do everything correctly. I'm not a perfect angel. But what I will say is Cryptic is definitely starting to show things in a better direction. They are definitely making strides in the right direction. I have seen more out of them in the start of 2026 than I've probably seen in the last 3 years, which is just crazy to me because we're 5 months into 2026. And for them to kind of really turn around on some stuff, more transparency, the stuff they're giving out for free, like the stuff that they're willing to even update throughout the year, it's a lot of, like, in the right direction. So I want to make sure I give them credit where credit's due, but I also want to say at the same time, like, what the hell took y'all so long? You know, we're on the 16th year of Star Trek Online and we're just now doing, okay, I mean, I guess it's better late than never, right? Like, I don't want to say anything in that regard, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you know. So I hope they continue the route they're doing, and I hope they continue to put more effort into the actual game itself. And I know they have to make money, so I'm not trying to sit there and say, like, oh, you know, don't release any more ships until you fix this or that, right? Like, I get that. I just hope they don't give us that whole little sprinkle of, well, here's a little bit of a fix, and now here's 15 more ships, and we'll get back to more fixes in 2027, you know? So I hope after the fleet update and the Phoenix box stuff and whatever else they got planned on that roadmap with the 60th and 60th anniversary for Star Trek and whatever else may be, I hope they continue to improve upon the game and you know, make Star Trek Online like the best possible version it can be, I guess. You know, like, I really do. I want to see this game succeed. I I feel like if Star Wars: The Old Republic can get basically a brand new freaking engine and it's a year younger than this game, I just feel like Star Trek can kind of, you know, they could do something. I'm not saying they have to make a whole new engine for this game because I know their dev team is not as big as EA and Broadsword and BioWare, whoever owns what over there at Star Wars: The Old Republic. But yes, we are getting a spy. Yeah, exactly. And we're getting like a true alien ship for the summer, which again, like this is something unique, right? Like this is not a Federation, a Romulan, or Klingon ship. This is a free freaking like alien ship that looks like a pine cone in space. Yeah, that's like a really good way to put it. I just don't know what so yeah, I mean, like again, you know, I think they're killing it on the front, especially with their free ships this year. In fact, I'm hoping they go for 3 for 3 right now. Right now they're 2 for 2, and that is with the Impreza and the Noble, right? So they're 2 for 2 on that. And I hope they go 3 for 3 with the summer event ship. And then, of course, they just continue down that road because I think the next free ship after the summer event should be the winter event, but I doubt. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll throw in one between summer and winter, but it should be Q's winter event should be the next free ship. So if they do a full year of just banger ships that are completely free for everybody, like again, that's just a huge step in the right direction. Jared Cole, what's going on? You're late to the stream. I woke up late today. I'll go back and watch what I missed in the stream. So we had the Monday cutout. Just full disclosure, anybody joining us right now, we did have the Monday cutout. There's a part 1 of the stream was about an hour ago, and it cut us off at 45 minutes. So what you're watching right now is technically part 2, where it just happens every Monday, right? We know it's just some Monday blues. So. But we will be hopefully back on Twitch tomorrow night where everything works perfectly fine on Tuesdays. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate you being here, Jericho. No worries at all. You know, make it when you can, and if not, you know, always, I saw that and have enough. Yeah, like I said, I hate that it does that on Mondays. It really just bugs me to no end whatsoever, because we were doing really well, and I thought for sure, I was like, oh, this is the Monday, everything's gonna be fine, we're gonna finally have two full complete streams this week. And I mean, we made it like 48 minutes. I think 48 minutes of the stream was rolling, and then like all of a sudden I saw it disconnect, and I was like, no. And so I was like, okay, time to fire back up on YouTube, because that was the deal, right? If it got disconnected, we'd just come back to YouTube. So, you know, here's the hope in next week, maybe. But yeah, you know, going back to what we were talking about, is I'm pulling for Cryptic here to just continue to succeed. I don't want this game to fail. I don't. It's already struggling, right? Like it's look, if don't take my word for it. And I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from wanting to play STO whatsoever. But I want to pull this up for y'all, because I think it's important that if you don't know this, and if you ever think anybody's making this up about the game or whatever, I think it's best that, you know, we do. Okay, so this website is steamdb.info, right? If you pull up Star Trek Online and you go to the charts, folks, and this is on the daily, we see about at max about 1,500 players a day on PC. I want you to keep this in mind for other MMO type games, okay? And now this is getting better, because hold on, let me go back to it, because it is, you know, getting a little bit better. As if we go back to here, you can just kind of see it's on this roller coaster, right? It did spike in February, and I think that's when the 16th anniversary launched, but then it goes back down. You see what I'm saying? So it's definitely improving. We are seeing an influx of new players come to the game. So I want you all to understand, like, we probably here in the last like couple months have seen about 1,000 new players, at least on the Steam side of things. All right. So on the Steam side of things, STO has seen about 1,000 new players. Now, I don't have the numbers for ARC. I don't know if they actually have their numbers, but let's just say relatively close to the same kind of deal. ARC and Epic, right? So let's just be on the generous side, and they've added those two combined another 1,000 players that have signed up. STO has seen about a 3,000 plus player increase in since February. Since right here is where the spike started, right? So this is when the 16th anniversary started, and I think word got out. And yeah, we've kind of just been on this right here, but again, this is just like me kind of guessing, and this is the only data that I have to show is what is available on Steam. So keep in mind, we're on the up, but we aren't where like other MMOs are. Where let's go, does World of Warcraft is that on Steam? I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. I know like World of Warships and stuff, but that's not really an MMO. What's an MMO? Let's see what Star Wars The Old Republic is. I know that's on here. Let's see what Star Wars The Old Republic is. They have 5 times our number right now. They have 5 times our number. And this number is going to shoot up immensely when DirectX 12 gets released. So this is what I'm saying. Now, granted, this is we'll say this is 2 times our number, actually. We'll back that up. We won't say it's 5 times. We'll say it's 2 times with ARC and Epic, right? So ARC and Epic, let's assume there's 3,000 players on STO. Right now, Star Wars The Old Republic has double us. And this is going to shoot up even higher when the DirectX 12 release comes out, okay? Star Wars, again, has, let's see, where if they've been on a decline or incline. Oh, look, they've been on incline. They are climbing up because all the changes that are coming to Star Wars The Old Republic and people are paying attention to it. So they're on an incline. They've gone up immensely since November 2025. So STO is kind of following this trend, right? We saw STO was back here in November 2025, and STO is going upwards. So just keep in mind that no matter what anybody tells you, STO is a very small game compared to bigger MMOs out there, but it is in the right direction right now. No matter the complaints that veterans may have, no matter the complaints I might have, no matter what, don't let that discourage you. They are doing the best they can. Yeah, the ads let you know they are pumping money. Yes, exactly. Yes. And yeah, exactly. And there are a bunch of ads being played on YouTube and everything. I've seen quite a few of them myself with the Gamma Recruit event, right? So I've seen those. But you're right. They can't advertise without money. So money's being made. So don't let anybody's negativity whatsoever about this game dissuade you whatsoever. But hold Cryptic accountable and make sure they keep pushing in the right direction. What they're doing this year is a W so far. It's a big W, and I hope they continue pushing that way. And make sure you give them a little bit of pressure, right? Like, hey, listen, guys, like, you did good with this. You're releasing these good ships. They're free ships. You guys knocked out 2 bangers so far this year. Let's hope the summer event ship's a banger. Let's hope the winter event ship's a banger. You do all 4 of these ships. They're great. Cool. You gave us some ships to fly, but where's the content? We need content, because that's the honest truth. The game needs content, and not that trickled in seasonal update content, right? Like, listen, it's nice to get a little bit of a breadcrumb here and there, but an episode or 2 is not going to sustain everybody for a long period of time. And when you're pulling what we're doing here on Bob, where you're just grinding every single day, you're gonna need something else. You're gonna need something else. So they need to start, if they can't do the content, then they need to start revising their older content, kind of keeping it fresh and current, right? These are things that they need to do as a development team who's already in the right direction. Start pouring those resources into, hey, look, we need to update. Maybe we need to update our ground game a little bit. Our ground game's kind of janky compared to our space game, so maybe we need to pour some resources into that. And if they really truly care about this game like we all do, that are watching here, that are hanging out, that are building our accounts and whatnot, I think STO will easily see its 20th anniversary and could even see its 25th anniversary if they head in the right direction. I should say if they continue heading in the right direction. It's no real unrealistic stretch. I mean, look at World of Warcraft. Now, World of Warcraft is on a decline, and it's kind of weird. They're on the decline right now. I don't know why. Well, I haven't played World of Warcraft in years, but I have my suspicions as to why. But they're definitely declining. They will, but I can't really speak on it. So, like I said, I don't play it. But World of Warcraft is at 21 years, right? They came out in October 2001. No. I mean, not 2001, 2005 or 2004. It was 2004. I don't know. I know they're coming up on their 25th, or maybe they have hit their 25th. I'm not sure. But either way, STO can do it. They really can. And if you enjoy flying starships on here and, you know, like being able to be creative with builds and stuff, I think they can definitely push that limit, and they can, you know, make this game just that much better. Because if y'all think the issues are bad now, maybe we'll do that at some point tonight. WoW was 04. Okay, yeah, so they're at 22 years. That's why I knew they weren't quite at their 25th yet. So I think it was like October 2004, if I remember correctly. Because I was an early WoW player. I played all the way through like Wrath of the Lich King. Then I took a break, went back, and I played through like BFA, and then I took a break, and I haven't been back since. I remember when it came out in my last year of high school. Yeah, same here. Yep. Yeah. I was a senior in high school when that came out. And then I went and Space Barbie is the ultimate end game. My ship needs more. I mean, like even then, like, yeah, there's a ton of ways you can customize ships, but that also requires you obtaining these ships and buying these ships, and like if they had other means of Space Barbie, even like for the quote unquote ultimate end game on this game, like add it, but don't add it at like a price option. Add it as like a reward system or something, you know. Oh, you know, this ship can now have like, you know, 4 nacelle options. We can give you a two nacelle option thing that could fit on ships, but you have to earn it through this kind of gameplay or content or something like that. Okay, cool. That give me something to grind for and something to do. But yeah, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I go on these rants, but I'm very passionate about this game. I've always have been. I've played every aspect of this game. I probably played PvP the longest in this game. And then, you know, PvP just got to a point of I honestly wish they would redesign PvP. I really do. And I know that's not a very popular outlook on this, because I will agree with anybody right now. PvP is absolutely garbage. It's horrible. It's all about, you know, who can basically who can either pop who first, or who can survive the longest, and yeah, it's just a mess. There's so much untargetability now in PvP, and so much, like, you know, just speed and everything else. Like, it's a mess. And I know that that STO's outlook on PvP is like, well, it was a part of the game when it came out, but we're not really investing in it. But at the same time, you release so much content that is so PvP centric that it's like, how can you stand by that? You know, there's a lot of traits in this game that make no sense for PvE, but they make complete sense for PvP. But you're just gonna ignore that part of your base, and I don't think that's a good thing to do. We can change out so many ship, console, and entire weapon systems. Engine can't change out our bridge seating. So many more ships would be usable if you could change bridge station. So it's funny is I don't remember. I think it was during. I don't want to mess up anybody. I don't want to put out the wrong information. I definitely don't like doing that. But if I do, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But I want to say it was during one of the developer Q&A streams at some point. Here, it was fairly recent, so I don't know exactly whose stream it was. I just remember I saw this, and one of the questions that was brought up was like, what how did they word it? They said something along the lines of like, what would you guys think about adding a token that would allow us to change the seating of our ships or something to that effect? And basically they said that the way the game is designed, there was nothing that could do or something that nothing that they could add that would do it because it was centrally tied to each individual ship and it would mess up something with the system or something to that effect. But they did say it was a neat idea, and that would be, but essentially it'd be detrimental to them because it would basically mean like nobody would purchase any other ship but maybe the one that they wanted, because like a lot of people don't purchase ships for the traits unless it's specific to a build that they're building, or if it's basically, like I said, PvP centric. Actually, other thing too, I want to clarify for a lot of people, PvPers spend more money than PvEers by far, 100%, because you gotta remember most traits in the game. I mean, like they're not. You can use the. You can use entwined tactical matrices for like every beam boat ever, right? But you may not use entwined tactical matrices in PvP at all. It may never once be used in PvP because your build needs to be more focused on survivability, or you need something that boosts something else, right? That's better for the PvP scenario. So PvPers spend way more money on this game than PvEers. That being said, if Cryptic was to allow you to change your bridge officer seating on a ship, players wouldn't buy any ship but the one that they aesthetically like to fly around in. And let's just put this for example. If I could do it, because y'all are no stranger to this as my regular viewers, if I could do it, I'd fly in a Kelvin Constitution all day long, throw on a secondary deflector on there somehow, and even though it's not like canonically possible, but I love the Kelvin Constitution. I do. It's like a hot rod in space. I love it. I absolutely love it. I resonate with that ship, but at the end of the day, you know, I just like it because of how it looks. But if I could change the seating in there to be like, I don't know, Lieutenant Commander Science, Lieutenant Commander freaking Temporal, whatever, and I don't know, Ensign or Commander freaking whatever, right? Like, I'm just spitballing stuff. But like, if I could do that and never leave that Constitution, why would I buy any other ship in the game? You know, like that's, and so like, as neat of an idea as it is, and like, I agree, it'd be cool to have something like that. Cryptic would never be able to like sustain themselves, because then players at that point would be like, I'm only gonna buy a specific ship if the trait itself benefits my build somehow. And there are so many traits in the game, I'm not even joking, you can ask any veteran player or just if you have the knowledge yourself, like there are so many traits in the game that are like 5-6 years old that hold up well today in today's current meta, that basically there's maybe like 3 or 4, trying to think of all the newest traits that basically you would honestly have to replace from the past, right? But stuff that like came out of like the 12th anniversary, 13th anniversary holds up extremely well in the current meta right now. So if you really think about it, like, and actually the current meta is kind of pushing towards the whole like quote unquote console meta, right? With like the harmony trait and like the voting console, all that stuff, right? But like, let's just say you're running superior aerial denial, right? Well, that came out in the 12th anniversary, so you wouldn't need to buy anything other than like a few ships to complement that starship trait in itself. And I think that's just kind of where their mindset is like they don't have another. Now, if Cryptic had another way of making money to the point of like, let's not sell these ships with these traits and these bridge officer seatings, right? I'm sure they would come out with it, and then at that point they would go, okay, well now y'all can change your bridge officer seating around. But man, this I don't know how or why, but like I'm actually not paying attention as much as I was earlier, and I'm dying a lot less. I guess we're just not doing enough damage, or like we're actually with players that are doing stuff. But do you guys remember, like, not even 35 minutes ago we were dying, and now we're just like, oh well, we're just gonna fly around and beam everything down. Maybe these space missions are not that hard, I guess. I don't know. I figured we would have died at least once or twice, but last two TFOs we did, no, last 3 TFOs we did, no deaths. So here we are. It's okay. It's gonna come back and bite me in the ass because I put it out there, right? Like I literally put it out there that we haven't died, and then somewhere, somehow, like the game's gonna be like, haha, I got you. You're gonna die. I mean, we could switch it to elite. But I think we're doing okay. We're doing okay for tonight. What's the one thing, while I'm thinking about this, what's the one thing that you wish you knew as a new player that you either know now, or what's the one thing you want to know that you don't have an answer for that I might possibly know the answer to? Now, again, I don't know everything about this game. I know a lot over 14 years, but I don't know every single minute detail. So if I don't know something, I'll tell you that I don't know, or I'll try and find the correct answer for it. But either way, just curious, what was the one thing that you wish you knew, and then you found out much later on or something, and it miffed you a little bit, or you were just like, oh, okay, like, so this is how this works, you know? Or maybe what's the one thing you're not certain about and you want to know about? Like, that's the other thing, right? There's a lot to this game. There's so much to this game. Like, that's the thing, is like, as simplistic as this game is on the surface, when you look at it, it's basically a big giant grind and farm simulator in space, which is fine. Like, I love it. You know, the space combat and everything is fantastic. There is so many elements to this game, like what boosts damage, how this damage classified, what is, you know, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 on here. Oh my goodness, what did I say? I almost died. I'd love to have the knowledge of how Rage consoles work together. Had to learn from YouTube and experiment together. Look at that, we got a death. All right, folks, if you don't know, here it is. We died. I knew it was going to come. I knew it was going to come. 1 through 5, pick the poison. That's what we have to do at the end of this TFO. There it is, 1 through 5, majority wins. I knew it was coming. I was like, it's just too quiet. It's too quiet. But whatever it is, that's what we're gonna do. Majority wins. And if we end the TFO here rather quickly, then we'll give it a little bit more time. So we have a 4. I think this TFO is gonna end here rather quickly. I guess you have to get used to dying again after play for so many years. Yeah, you do. In a way, you do, because I said, like, I actually put out a video this last week on some ground kit modules, and one of them that I haven't used in a very, very long time, but it's a good one that I don't think players should dismiss, is the MUD's was it MUD's time device from Discovery Reputation. And the thing is like, I realized when I put it out there, I was like, oh my god, I can't remember the last time I died on ground, like, at all. And barely, like, on space as it is, unless I'm just, like, flying into stupid or something. Like, I do die in space from time to time, but that's just mainly pilot error. Not not due to, like, objectives or whatever. It's just because, like, yeah. You're gonna go with 1 again? Oh, no. We have a 1 and a 4. I'm gonna give this a little bit more time. Let some more people chime in on this, but there we go. This is the end of the TFO. But while we're waiting for, I'll give it till I'm done with this little rant of mine or speech or whatever. When I put it out there, I said, I haven't used this in a long time, but I don't want new players dismissing it because it is a good little cheat death module, right? The meta ground build consists of things you can luckily get in game for free. A lot of it does, especially with the Ryzen stuff. Absolutely, especially the Ryzen 4 piece, right? Like, that's all completely free, which we will cover that when the summer event comes around. I just want to make sure. The reason why I haven't put out anything about this is because I want to make sure that they don't sneak anything new into the Ryzen summer event before I put a video out on it. It's kind of, at that point, makes a little bit less sense to do that, so it's kind of why I haven't put anything out on that. But yeah, exactly, the time device, exactly, and that's what I mean. It's like, these are just stuff that I have said, like, I want to cover as far as, like, free to play stuff that people can obtain, and pick up, but at the same time I want to make sure they don't add something by this summer, and then, like, I put a video out there and I'm like, oh, by the way, there's this one, because there are 2 Ryzen kit frames, by the way. There are 2 of them. Yep. Nicole, definitely have that on Bob. That's a staple to everything. But, like, is when you're not used to dying and then you play on a new player experience account that has nothing, it's a wake-up call, and it's kind of why I like doing these little challenges and these votes, right? So right now we have a 4-1 split. If we can get another vote in here, or another 2 votes or something, to see what y'all want done with that death from that last TFO, appreciate it. If not, we're going to just end up doing both of them again. We'll do both of them again, I guess. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. I can do both of them. I can do all of them all at once. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if I could do 10 push-ups and curls at the same time. That would be a neat trick. But, yeah. So there's a lot of things that, like, ground is very easy to, and that's why I said, like, getting Bob into ground content is so much easier than it is to do space content. Building ground game, literally, as y'all have seen here on the channel, through the past streams, we built ground in the first 2 weeks, of playing. And, like, just as Death Boy's saying, the Nicole set right here is super. Oh, I got the rolls on the screen, sorry. The Nicole ground set right here makes that bar of entry that much easier, right? And you just and then once the summer event starts for this account, I'll pick up the rest of the kits. But just this right here makes a huge difference in your survivability, right? So, like, and then with the devouring nanite cloud as well, which I've been just ranting and raving since they've released it this earlier this year. It's another thing that you obtain for free. Reflects damage, resistance rating. I mean, it's great. So the bar of entry for ground elite is so much lower than space elite. And space elite is where, like I said, you're going to need your colony deflector, you're going to need your tillies, you're going to need, like, your iso mags, you're going to need your whatever, right? Like, you just need so much more for space than you do for ground. And that's kind of why we did this challenge overall, was just to show that it's a process. It is a process when you don't have your veteran stuff. So I guess we're doing both of them, folks. I am going to do 20 curls, 10 each arm with our 20-pound weights. And then, I mean, it's only 20-pound weights. I know it's not very much. It's just, again, I figured if I was going to be repping a lot, I don't want to like, I don't want to be repping like 50 pounds 20 times on each arm or something, right? So that's kind of why I chose that weight, but it's fine. And then we'll eat our random spicy BeanBoozle. So we will definitely pick a random one from the box, and here we go. I don't know which one it's going to be. I'll mix it up a little bit, and then we're going to grab whatever this one is. What is this one? This is, it looks like a green one. Yep, we have a green one, which is, oh, it's jalapeno. Okay, jalapeno is not bad. Wow, it tastes just like a jalapeno. Now I want nachos. Okay, that one's actually good. I do like that one. Okay. All right. I'm going to knock out our 20 curls. Is that what you do on your channel? Yeah. Well, real quick before we do those curls, I'll kind of explain it. Oh, and look at the pupper dog's awake. Hi, babies. Come say hi. This is our German Shepherd. Her name is Tex. But she is 12 years old. All right. So, not to get too distracted. What we do during the new player experience is, because I feel like anybody, one, can stream the game, play the game, do whatever they want, right? Like, you can do essentially what I'm doing at any point. But I'm a big firm believer in community. I like interacting with y'all. I like talking and whatever, right? So I like to do two things. One is I like to keep myself active. And when I keep myself active, I try and use it as an excuse while I'm playing to like find ways to stand up, to kind of just like get the blood circulating, right? Do some exercises, stuff like that. So the best way I could do it was like, yeah, we do have a doggo cam, huh, Texas? We got a doggo cam. Look at that, folks. We do. There she is. She's so pretty. But I do find that if I keep myself active and mobile and healthy and everything else, because I'm a big advocate for physical and mental health, right? Then I don't feel so guilty about sitting at the computer playing the game, because I'm at least, finding excuses to work out. So I basically tied this new player experience into, well, I know I'm going to die on here because this account has no endeavors. It has no reclaimable items. We have nothing in the C store, nothing at all has been bought on this account. Under promotions, I got the TNG anniversary giveaway, which I think every free person gets, right? But all this stuff is like what comes with the free to play account. So we have nothing on here. So I'm like, well, I know I'm going to die. How do I weave the two in? And I figured if I let y'all kind of pick, like, quote unquote, my punishment, it benefits me at the same time physically. This torturing BeanBoozle thing's just more or less for fun. But yeah. Yeah, I was talking about eating spicy food. That's actually was the whole point of that. Thank you, That's why I'm so glad. I'm so glad somebody got that. I really did. That was the whole point of getting these. I was like, I gotta own up to my name. I'm Captain Spicy Pants over here, but I don't do anything spicy. We're gonna get some spicy freaking BeanBoozles. So that's awesome. I'm glad somebody did get that. But okay, I do owe you all some curls. But look at this pupper. Look at how happy she is. I can't stop giving her pets. She's so happy. But she is a senior German Shepherd. She's 12 years old. Happy as can be, but she is getting old up there, so it's a big part of our lives. But yeah, should definitely come and say hi on camera every so often. You want to do some curls with me, pupper? You gonna do some curls? Come on, let's go do some curls. All right, we gotta do 10 on each arm. All right. Oh, where are you at? Okay, be careful. Okay, you gonna jump up there? Go ahead, jump up there. All right, here we go. Let's go. One, two, 3. Okay, pupper. 4 babies. Go ahead, jump up there, babies. There you go. Good girl. Y'all probably saw her on the other camera. even know how many I'm at. Good to do this stuff. Like, it really does. If y'all can find, like, any reason, just, like, set your own challenge. You're gonna die or something. Just, hey, I gotta take 10 and just come out here and do this stuff. Like, you'll feel so much better about yourself. You will. I'm gonna put these right here. Don't fall on them, okay? So, all right. Nachos with jalapeno sounds great. I haven't had nachos in years now. I think about it. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Nachos with that would be awesome. It really would be. I would love to. I want nachos now. Beautiful dog. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, she is a sweet dog. Like she's my best friend in the whole world. And like, you know, what's the old saying? Man's best friend is dog, right? So, but you know, not everybody's a dog person, so I never, you know, fault anybody who's like, I don't like dogs. I get it, you know. But at the same time, she's been good. Just don't eat one of those devil chip challenges. Just watch one of the YouTube vids on it and wonder why people end up in the hospital. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think I was gonna go that crazy. And the only reason I actually did, well, I mean, aside from what we were talking about, Death Boy, you know, with the spicy BeanBoozles, because a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, when I used to stream, we were streaming Destiny 2 for a while there. And I would do the original BeanBoozles that had like the throw-up flavor and stuff, and that was just horrible. And also, I wasn't really taking care of myself at that point, so I was a much bigger person. In fact, you know, we'll use this as story time. Get to know Captain Spicy Pants a little bit better, y'all. You guys I always talk about it. I never show, and I'm big on showing my work, right? So let me show you guys something. And I mean, I doubt any of you viewers in here. I could be wrong. And if you are, welcome back to the channel. I doubt any of you remember me from like 2-3 years ago, but I just want to show you guys, like, I used to be a very big boy. Let me see if I can pull up. Where's it at? Where is it at? I know I have like screenshots from my old streams, but I'm trying to find one that like y'all can clearly see how. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's a look. All right. Yeah, y'all can see my face pretty clear right here on stream, right? I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I used to look. And this is when I was streaming 2 years ago and I wasn't taking care of myself at all. And I have no shame in it now because I know the person that I, you know, become now, right? But like, you want to talk about why I advocate for just, oh, is it not going to show? There we go. Here you guys go. That was Captain Spicy Pants. That was Captain Spicy Pants 2 years ago. That was me. I was in a bad place. That's how big I was. I mean, like, so that's why I say, like, I like doing this stuff. I like doing these challenges. I like physical activity. I like mental health advocacy, right? Like, I always want to make sure, like, if y'all are doing good, let me know about it. But if you're doing bad, like, hey, let's talk it out. Let's see what we can do. But yeah, so that was old Captain Spicy Pants. This is when I was streaming Destiny 2. I was a bit of a big boy, and I was probably the biggest in my life at that point. I think I was close to like 340 pounds. And now we are 115 pounds lighter than that. So, you know, a lot changed. And I realized where I was at in my life and what I was doing wrong in my life and how I wanted to better myself. So, but yeah, that's why I like doing this kind of stuff. So anyways, let me catch up here on chat. Like I said, I have 5 cats. Wasn't planned, but here we are. I've rescued some kitties. I adore them. They are very sweet. I love cats too. In fact, I'm hoping that by next year, when I you know, eventually get a new place, the place I'm in is just, as y'all can see behind me, is a small place. It's perfect for me and my dog, but it's not very perfect for me and my girlfriend and my dog, who she's currently at home watching the stream, I think, hopefully. But anyways, it's not a big enough place for all 3 of us. So I'm hoping that I move into a new place next year. I'd like to get some cats, but one of the thing is I'm going to do the responsible thing and give my time and attention to my dog while she is still here with us, because I don't want to bring new animals into her life that she may fall into a depression about. But I definitely love animals of all sorts. I mean, cats and dogs, and it just doesn't matter. They're all great animals. Yeah, there she is. I knew she was watching. So that's why I said, like, the goal is by next year to be out of this home and into a home that we can sustain more animals in. So 2 cats and a dog, part German Shepherd, Norwegian. Oh, what's a Norwegian elk hound? Oh my gosh, hold on. Well, I gotta look this up. What's a Norwegian elk hound? I mean, let me see. Norwegian elk hound. Oh, chat, look at this. Oh man, we're so distracted. It doesn't matter. We're just chilling tonight. It doesn't matter. But check this out. You all gotta see this dog. I should just, like, honestly, I should just leave this up here. But look at that. That's a Norwegian elk hound. That's pretty. I've never seen one before. I mean, I probably have. I just didn't know that was the name of it. But like, that's a. I dig it. I dig it. 7 cat house here. It was a mistake. Oh no, 7 cats, bro. I mean, like, maybe not though. So I was watching Twitch and gaming, and then Twitch stopped. And did I miss? You missed 3 beans so far. Yes. Yeah, like I said, we're having that Monday night issue between Twitch and YouTube. So yeah. It is a beautiful dog, a very beautiful dog. What I'll do is I'll just hide this, and then, like, if we want to look up something, we'll just pull it up, because I'm so bad about that. Oh no, look at this, server not responding. Bro, STO, get your shit together. Very similar to German Shepherd. What platform are we playing on? So we're on PC right now. We do have 2 Xbox accounts, 2 PC accounts. I know I'm a masochist for this kind of stuff. But this is our new player experience account, the one that we will be eventually giving away when everything is said and done. So when she doesn't keep you like, but when I do it, you block me for 2 days. Such terrible double. Wait, who did what? I blocked who? Who blocked who? Wait a second. I didn't block you, did I? Don't be telling no lies, partner, man. Wait a second. I don't block nobody ever. We've had some negative naysayers on our channel. I never block them. Look, I'm a huge person. You say what you want. I don't like the silent speech, like, I just don't. You can vent your frustrations and stuff, whatever you want to say. Take that down and put a German Shepherd color on. Yeah. Oh, it's a joke. You're grinding on Xbox now? Nice, very nice. Yeah, like I said, I do have 2 Xbox accounts. I've unfortunately neglected both of them. It's harder for me to. The thing I love about STO on PC, which I wish console somehow they could integrate it with console, is like, I like the freedom to keybinds, the DPS parsers. There's so much more customization to PC than there is Xbox. Plus the fact that we can move our UI around all over the place as much as we want. Yeah, Captain Sensor Pants. I just, there's too many reasons for me to not want to go back to console, even though technically by all standards my console has so much more shit than my PC version does. But yeah, no, it's just unfortunate. Like, for me, I just love PC. I really do. I love the community on PC, to me, is also a little bit more closer than it is on Xbox, because I think the ease of access of typing on your keyboard and Discord and whatnot. Now, console's doing a little bit better with that. They do have Discord for console, but as far as, like, the what's it called, like the custom chat channels, like, yeah, that's exactly, and that's her console now, so it's not even my console at all. So I don't even really play the Xbox, to be fair. Like, the only time we did the Xbox here on channel was during the first Contact Day event, and that was just basically log in, fire off the rocket, and then log off, you know, just because I wanted a Noble over there on console as well. If I ever do anything with it, I have no clue. But I'm hoping one day they'll find a way to kind of like, either they need to do one of two things. And this is just my opinion. I hope they can do it. But one, they either somehow need to make it to where all three platforms can play together, or you can move from one platform to the other, meaning like, say you have a PC account and you're going on the road, you're going on vacation or something, and you're like, hey, you know what? It doesn't make sense for me to bring my freaking huge tower and 3 monitors with me, whatever. Like, I'm just going to bring my Xbox console with me. Cool. I can log into my PC account on Xbox, or vice versa. I now bought a nice computer and I want to take my Xbox account and move it to PC because I want to parse some DPS numbers. I wish they would do something like that. That's one option. The other option is, fine, just let PlayStation and Xbox play together because y'all's player base is extremely low on both ends, which is, you know, unfortunate, but like, merge those two, let them play together. At least at that point, they have a bigger sense of community, right? Or yeah, and like, you know, last thing is like, give us just full on crossplay. But I know why they can't do that is because of the fact, and that's the only reason I do know this, and I don't know if it's going to change, if it's going to get any better. But because they can't patch the consoles the way that they can on PC, because it costs like X amount of money to send out patches on through Microsoft or through Sony, right? So when they do a patched event or they have to patch an issue, mind you, it costs them money to do that through that platform. Whereas like on Windows and Steam, it's like a lot less and a lot easier. And then most of the time they just patch it through their own clients, so they don't even have to do any of that kind of stuff, right? So that's why they haven't done the cross-platform stuff. Now, if STO financially gets to a point where they can sustain themselves, like even more so over the we're saying reasonable, let's just say all across all three platforms, there's 7,000 players a day that play this game. Let's just say that's the case. I don't think it's quite the case. I say we're probably closer to 5,000 players, but let's say they start doubling the number, right? They're already making enough money right now to put advertisements out there, so they're marketing and everything. They're making money in that aspect. But say they make enough money to where they can like, okay, maybe we can distribute these patch notes out there and we can patch this the same time on console and everything, then maybe at that point they could catch consoles up to PC, because y'all are always like, I think you're like a month and a half behind everything that PC does, or something to that effect, right? Like when the 16th anniversary ended here on PC, y'all just got it like a month ago, and it's been over since March, I believe, on PC. So like March 15th or something like that, it ended on PC, and then y'all got it like right in the middle of April or something. So it's just kind of weird, and I hope that if they do get to that point, they will consider using the finances that they are gaining from here and then move it to like, okay, let's bring everybody together, because at that point I feel like if you give players the option to play where they want, how they want, when they want, with who they want, you might have opened up a market at that point. Like, just make it Star Trek Online, not exclusive to any platform. Just make it Star Trek Online. And then at that point, yeah, I think the game becomes a little bit more accessible. I mean, it already is accessible on your individual platform, but why would I go play on console right now if I can't play here on PC and have all the stuff I have on PC? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Or at least I couldn't move my account. Yeah. At least that far behind. The Klingon weapon set starts tomorrow on console. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Y'all just got the I don't even have it on this account. I have it on the main account. But yeah, that's right. Y'all just got that the broken Klingon weapon set, that, and it is broken. It's broken in two different ways. One, the torpedo doesn't work for shit. We've already tested that. It doesn't work at all. But two, the weapons themselves, you can bug them out, and you can equip essentially 2 of the dual beam banks, 2 of the The cannons. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. The dual cannons. You can equip 2 of them at the same time. And I'm not going to say how to exploit it, but it is known. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sure other YouTubers have talked about it. I'm just not going to, you know, that's not what I'm here for, but it's known. But yes, if you want to do it on console, it will definitely work because they haven't patched it here on PC. Unless it does come to PC patch tomorrow, then maybe. Maybe. Because tomorrow is Tuesday. It's reset day, so I mean, maybe. But, yeah. I forget y'all are getting that. PC players being our beta testers. You know what? That's the funny joke. That is... Here's the funny thing. So I spent a lot of years on Xbox. A lot of years. Once STO moved to Xbox, I think it was in 2016 was when the console release happened. I probably spent about... I'm not trying to do the meme, but I probably did spend about 6 to 7 years on console. And then... I neglected my PC account for quite some time because I was like, well, all my friends are playing on console, and like, yeah, so we all rolled over on console for a while. And when we did that, we said the same thing all the time. We were like, it's great that PC gets all this stuff before we do, because like, y'all get to test everything and find out what's buggy and like let us know and put out the videos and stuff so that when we get it here on console, we're gonna know if it's worth it or not. And like, I used to be the person that kind of makes fun of myself now because I'm like, yeah, at least they bought it before I decided to buy it or something, right? Because like, if you bought something that wasn't just worth it, or you were like kind of guessing if it was worth it or not, like on PC, you know, like you had to go through and test it and then later on go, it's not all that great. And so then console players would get it and go, well, bullet dodged. It doesn't do anything. So, yeah, no, you're not wrong at all. That is a very honest to God, truthful statement. Is at the end of the day, the PC community is the console beta community, like beta testing community, because while we do get everything first, we also do like, you know, have to test all this stuff, and then like we have to take the risk of like, if we get it and we test it and it doesn't work, or it's broken, or it's just not, you know, whatever the reasoning is, we gotta tell you guys, and then y'all don't have to suffer that. You can save yourself, like, you know, whatever the price is or whatever. I'm gonna die. I can't get out of here. All right, chat. Here we go. Maybe there we go. 1 through 5. Console is in some sort of temporal event. What is it that, I mean, yeah, I know you guys had the Klingon thing tomorrow. What was it that you all were doing before that? It was just the 16th anniversary ending, right? Or was there something else that no, you guys had the Gamma Recruit at the same time. So there's Gamma Recruit. But you don't have the Tholian one right now, right? It's not the Tholian one for y'all. I think it's only for PC. Or maybe I'm wrong. But it's really hard to keep up with what you guys have sometimes. We are finishing a Red Alert event. Oh, that's right. You guys have like a little filler event right now. It's weird that they do that. I guess they do have to throw something in between events, but that makes sense. All right, so 1 through 5, y'all's pick, and if nobody picks, I'll randomly pick at the end of this TFO. I'm honestly hoping at some point tonight I get to try the Carolina Reaper one. I want to see if it's as like hot as it says it is on the box. The habanero one wasn't. I mean, like at first it was, but it wasn't all that bad. And that's the one that's underneath the Carolina Reaper. So I do want to at least attempt to try it. But y'all get to decide the fate, not me. I'm just here for the social experience. There it is.
Cola has targeted a spot near a reactor station. It's feeding the rift. Destroy it.
I didn't mean to go up that high. I just did. Okay, so I'm going to hide this now. It should have been up long enough. Ah! It's not. Since we are kind of testing these like kind of like little interactions with y'all in chat, let me know if there's something y'all think of that would be kind of fun to add to it. You know, I only have 5 up there, but I mean, we can definitely always come up with other ones. Or, you know, like, as long as it, basically, my thing is, I have a pretty high tolerance for a lot of things, especially like physical activity or like even foods to a certain degree. Like, but as long as it's not something that's just going to put me in the hospital. I see push-ups, and I see another one. So we have 2 for that one. Okay. But as long as it like doesn't like end me up in the hospital, like I'm good with it for the most part. You know, like everything in life comes with risk, obviously, but you know, it's just how you handle those risks and like how you take them and how smart you are about it, right? Because like I feel like if I ate this whole box tonight, I would get extremely sick, right? But as long as you do it in moderation, you're gonna be fine. Or as long as I'm not like repping out 100 push-ups again because I did 10 push-ups every single time I died last time. Like actually I was fine. I was just really sore the next day, but I was fine. Like, but I'm just saying, like, that kind of stuff is good with me. So if you guys have like some idea of something that you would just be like, yep, get this, do this, try this out, see how it goes, you know. I mean, for God's sake, if you haven't caught the theme of the channel overall on YouTube, I grew up in the, I mean, like a lot of us probably on this channel, actually, according to my demographic, I know this for a fact. A lot of y'all that do watch me are, a good majority of y'all are millennials, which means you grew up in the 2000s as well. You are very well aware of Jackass. You are very well aware of, like, the stupid shit that went on that show. So you know for a fact that, like, I have a tolerance that I'm like, yeah, we could do something stupid like that. Why not? I didn't pick a number. I gotta stick to the part. No, you're fine. You're fine. I knew exactly what you're talking about. Push-ups is one of the numbers. What's the number? It's number 2, but it's fine. I knew exactly what you were talking about. But yeah, just let me know. Like I said, we have a reasonable tolerance, and I have fun with it. At the end of the day, I have fun with it. It's fun interacting with y'all. It's fun hanging out with y'all. More importantly than anything is just, you know, community. I can grind this for it forever. Born in 71, so yeah, you know, you're a little bit older than our demographic, but again, like, you still, I know you know what it is, you know. 70s was a good year too. I mean, that's the thing though, is like, I know the audience for Star Trek Online, especially if you're a Star Trek fan. I feel like it's a very wonderful audience to have. Everybody who grew up with Star Trek in one form or another is a good audience. That's just all I can say. Like, that's what it comes down to. You got good taste. For you, yeah, I think I heard you were similar. Yeah, I was born in 85. For those that are curious, I'm an 80s baby. So, you know. Yep. Same here. But yeah, you know, again, like I feel like anybody who just, what a time to have been alive, right? You grew up with Star Wars and Star Trek. 70s, 80s, 60s, right? 60s. Let's just say starting from the 60s, because that's when Star Trek came out, right? So 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s, and now the early 2000s. And look, I'm not hating on anybody who, if you like the Discovery era stuff, if you like all that stuff, cool. I'm happy for you. I'm not one of those that says, oh, it's not real Star Trek. You're not this or that person. Like, you are allowed to like whatever you like, whatever makes you happy. So, you know, again, like, that's, I just feel like people who have a love and respect for the classics, the sci-fi, the you know, the ideologies and whatnot, you all are just awesome people at that point. You know, so that's just my whole outlook on it. So we did get a majority for a number 1. I guess we're gonna do a bean a random bean for the death on that one. So here we go. We can't see what it is. We're just gonna grab it and let's see, what did we get? I think I got another habanero one. I'm gonna try and pick another one, chat. Look, I already did a habanero one. I'm gonna see. I should I just cheat? Can I cheat on this one and grab a freaking? Where's the Carolina Reaper? That's what I want. I want to try it. Look, we're gonna go for it. We're going for Carolina Reaper. Why? Because we've already done three of the five. I want Carolina Reaper. I want it. I'm gonna do it. All right, there we go. We got it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this bean. Let me see if I can't. It's such a tiny bean. Let's see. There it is. There it is. Wish me luck. Here we go. Oh. Oh no. Hmm. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's hot. Oh, that's a good kind of hot though, but oh my god. Yo, that burns. That burns so good. Ooh, I saw your message there, Death Boy. Give me a second. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god. Yo, it burns your throat. Like I could feel it. Oh. Oh. And no, by the way, chat, I do not drink sodas. These are bubblies. It's just sparkling water. It's just water. It's just carbonated water. I only drink water, but I like the flavor of these. So anytime you see me with a can in chat, I do not drink sodas. I cut sugar out. Well, unless I'm eating this stuff right here. Oh my god. But another thing of like taking care of myself, I do not drink soda at all. So if you ever see a can, it's just a sparkling water. I had somebody say something about that, like I think last week or something. And I was like, no, I don't. Mm-mm. So you'll only see me just drinking canned water or whatever, just regular water or something, but never a soda or anything. So, oh, dude, I can't. I think I need to get me another water for sure. Ooh, that's hot. That's a good hot. Oh, that's a good hot. Don't drink vodka with something like that. Makes it so much worse. I do drink alcohol from time to time, but very, very little. And I'm mostly, honestly, my go-to is a whiskey. I love a neat whiskey. Like that's just, I'm a whiskey drinker, but I don't drink a lot. In fact, some of the reason why I took a break from the game or just a break in general from everything, was when I was big. I'm sure y'all could tell that alcohol led to that. I was not in good spot, folks. So I definitely cut back on a lot of bad habits in my life. But not to say that you can't enjoy alcohol in moderation, or you just can't enjoy it just to enjoy it. So, but that's just where I was at that point. But yeah, vodka doesn't sound like it'd be so good. We're starting to get rid of it. It sucks just it's just that spicy on the way out, bro. Listen, I will be 100% real with y'all tomorrow. If I have any kind of problems, y'all gonna be the first one to know about it. I'll tell you on tomorrow night's stream and be like, listen, chat, I have to be sit. If I come to chat and I'm sitting like this and when talking to y'all know why, okay? Like I got pillows underneath me and everything. You will know at that point. Hopefully that's not the case. That would be horrible. That would be just the worst. Yeah, so going back, I saw Death Boy's comment. I wanted to touch up on that real quick. Yeah, I know exactly what the torpedoes are talking about. You're talking about from right when they shoot at V'ger right at the beginning of the motion picture. Those torpedoes, they are sweet looking. They are absolutely, yeah, it would be neat. In fact, now that we have this pulled up, watch this. Should pull it up. Should pull these up right. Of course, like every image that I typed in, or like I sometimes hate Google. Or not, well, yeah, Google. So I typed in Klingon shooting at V'ger Star Trek the motion picture. The only one we get is this torpedo right here, but it's not like the ones that I know which ones you're talking about. But it like there's no image for it. Well, I guess we would have to like find the video for it. Okay, hold on. We can just go to YouTube video, right? There we go. Here we go. We'll just pull up the video. Why not? We'll take a quick break from STO. Hey guys, look. This person's live right now. I don't know who they are, but they're live. So the torpedoes, let me just... Such a good scene, too. It's like, it's so suspense building on this. Like, sucks that the movie's kind of slow. But let's get to... believe it's right here, right? Yeah, I'm trying to find where it's at. I think it's here. Is this where they're loading it up? Is this it? No. Yep, it's going to be right here. Watch this torpedo, y'all. This thing is like, it's clean. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is and the way that it spirals and everything. Oh my god. If we actually had torpedoes that look like that in STO, it'd be amazing. Like they are like the best looking. Even, well, we do have these ones though, right? Aren't these in the game? The V'ger torpedoes? I'm pretty sure they are. I think these are already in the game. This one that shoots back. I think those are already in the game, if I remember correctly. I think they came from a box or something, but I don't ever use them. Every time there's a dev stream in the chat, in the comments, that we want those. Yeah, it would be so... I think it would be so just slick to see something like that, 100%. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. And the visuals on that is just, like, fantastic. It's just, like... The motion picture, I think, is no denying whatsoever. It is arguably the slowest Star Trek and the... I don't want to be mean and say most boring, but it really is in the grand scheme of things. It's beautiful. It's a piece of art, right? It is a piece of art. When you watch the movie, you're looking at like slow, sensual art, especially like every glory shot of the Enterprise and everything else, right? But like the motion picture just does. Thank God for the Wrath of Khan is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying as far as that's concerned. Okay. So let's see. We should be finished with our discovery. Let's go over here. Yeah, we're finished here. And then let's grab this. That's good. Okay. I know I said I want to do 10 of these tonight, but I kind of don't. Okay, so now what do we have? Are we at like... We're at 7 of them. Okay. I mean... Oh no, server's not responding again? What is happening here? It's not even Tuesday yet. It's not even patch day. What's going on? I mean, I know we're fine on YouTube. I can see we're fine on YouTube. Just the servers aren't doing so good. It might be because we're at ESD. That's probably what it is. Let's get out of ESD real quick. And then we'll go. What do we want to do for the last hour? Should we jump over to the main account? A carrier that we could play with. I know, Ponderman, you were talking about carriers. We can play around with the Ark Royal for a little bit. I just, like I said, I don't think I'm the biggest fan of carriers. I mean, like, I think they're great, and I love what STO Carrier Command is doing. Which, by the way, if you do have a love for carriers, as somebody who likes to, you know, like practice what they preach kind of deal, right? I am subscribed to them, but I think it's STO. Is it STO Carrier Command or is it STO Command Carrier? I forget what his name is. I guess I can just go to my YouTube, right? Yeah. So let's see. He put out a video when? When did he put out a video? I think he put out a video yesterday, but if y'all don't know who they are and you like carrier stuff, like I'm gonna recommend them because like I definitely believe in like working with other content creators, helping them, you know. Oh, there we go. It's right here. So if you aren't subscribed to this person, go give them a sub for real. If you like carriers, and I mean like they literally take like individual consoles and they'll test them one by one. It's I just recently found them myself, probably like looks like 4 days ago or something like that. But anyways, like go give them a sub, go check them out, you know, and then of course come back over here. But definitely go give them a sub and check them out just because like, you know, they've only got 498 subs, but on top of it, like the information they put out there, the builds that they're going, and they just cover like straight carriers, right? So like if you're interested in it, you want to know more about it, you want to know what works with carriers and whatnot, like definitely go check them out because like I like the information they're putting out there, and I mean, like, you know, being subscribed to like Stu or Spencer, and like they're helpful again. Like I have a whole wide range of people, but I'm pretty sure most everybody knows who like Spencer and Stu and Nick are and whatnot, right? But like this guy, I feel like he's kind of just starting to come up. So go give him a look, check out one of his carrier videos, and then let me know what y'all think about him. And it's just kind of neat. I like it. Wanted to share that real quick before we are gonna switch over to the main account. And on top of it, I'm gonna go and we're gonna go set Bob up for tomorrow real quick because we only got like an hour left on stream, but we're gonna go set Bob up for tomorrow. And so what I like to do, which Ponderman, I kind of forgot about this, and I remember you bringing this up last week. I was spaced out when you brought it up, but I knew exactly what you were talking about. So I put Bob now in the Undine Space Battle Zone because you asked a question about the XP difference between the Undine Space Battle Zone and the other zone. And the Space Battle Zone is technically higher if you can do the assignments, yes. And so I put Bob over there at night because I'm just like, you know, you grab a couple missions that are 5 hours long or whatever, and then, you know, I just run those and you get like 600 XP or whatever per duty officer mission. So yes, that is exactly, this is probably the best spot for duty officer assignments for the most part. There are some though that aren't, so I will say, like, you know, again, I can only pick up 3 right now, so you're still gonna have to go into your personal or whatever to pick up whatever you're missing. Actually, I can only do like 2. Okay, what do we need here? Shield generators, replicator. We need shield generators. Okay, let's grab those. The assignment not gonna refresh or what? I love my Valkyrie carrier and its demon. Yeah, so I mean, like, again, like I understand, and carriers are, I think, very underrated too. But at the same time, it's such a higher bar of entry to actually get a good carrier built, right? Because there's a lot less free carrier stuff in the game than there is anything else, or anything that you could obtain for carriers. And the ones that make carriers like reign supreme, they're expensive. Let's see, I don't know if I want to buy 200 shield generators for that much. Probably not. Let's just filter by what we have met requirements for. We're just going to slot a bunch of things, because the biggest thing for reason that we do this with Bob is he needs expertise, right? And you get passive expertise by doing your duty officer assignments. Now, it looks like it's a little bit. Like, it says 5 here, 11 there, whatever, right? This is basically like the baseline before you can critical or any kind of great successes or whatever. And that expertise can be as high. I've seen some of my assignments complete and I get like almost 2,000 expertise, if not 2,000 plus expertise. And we need that for our reputation progress here, because these cost 2,000 expertise per assignment for each daily. So what I do at night when I'm about to like log off or switch accounts or whatever is I park myself out here and I just slot up what I can. I try to find the higher ones if possible. Plus it does help get, you know, your duty officer stuff up there, but if you can't find any higher ones, then just slot up whatever you have available to you. Also go into your department heads, see if you got anything in here. And we'll take this one for 4 hours. I don't want to resettle colonist. It's just more boxes I have to open that are unnecessary for me to open right now. But I think we did pretty good progress on Bob tonight. We'll jump over to the main account and just kind of mess around for the last hour, kind of unwind. We did get 7 of our console or of our spore canisters, so that's definitely a step in the right direction, because as soon as we get Lorca's torpedo tomorrow, as soon as we get, I mean, not Lorca, well, yeah, I guess it is, but the dark metal quantum torpedo, we will slot, I think we'll slot the console tomorrow, but I think that has to be rank 4. I think only the dual beam bank and the torpedo are rank 3. So once this hits rank 4, then we'll slot that. But we're still gonna build on here, because the very first things I want to do is get the Lorca set and the Tilly shield. That's the very first thing I want to do as far as building towards our end game build, right? And then after that, it's going to be like more of, for the free to play route, we're going to grab more of these to stick on here, because we are going to go disruptors. Disruptor is going to be an easier bar of entry for me than like phasers, especially if I'm going to get the Terran, task force disruptor or whatnot for the extra damage. So we're going to do a disruptor build. Our ISO mags are already rolled to disruptor, so no reason for me to go and mess it all up by going like phaser or whatever. And even though technically, yes, all weapon types are fine, but we're just building disruptor for ease of access for us. So let's just grab these. And that should be good enough. 17. Our admiralties. We got toward duty running. Let's see. We don't have too many ships on here because, we did, however, just to recap on this too, we did grab the USS Sally Ride, the Pastak, and the Phoenix Replica this week. So we do have a little bit more on our roster here, but not much because, again, it's free to play. So we got to kind of pick and choose what we're putting where. I think we're going to go with that 8-engine Cyper tack ship. I don't know if, I might slot that, even though I don't really. That's close enough. 97% chance we'll succeed. Disruptors seem kind of thematic for a Romulan captain anyhow. And that's kind of another reason why, plasma disruptor, yes. Yeah, disruptor, but yes. Thinking back to TNG disruptors with the Romulans. But yes, that was kind of my thinking in a way. I wasn't at first going that, but I also did think like phasers would look weird firing from a Romulan, right? Like to me, it would look weird. Even though like I'm only using the Romulan for the simple fact it's a Romulan alien tactical officer, which is your highest potential DPS threshold that you could make. But I bet you we can get close to this one too. Yeah, we'll just hit that. 94% chance is good. Just trying to find some ones that we can just slot up for tonight really quick. Maybe we could do this one. I think so. Yeah, this one should be good, right? Let's throw in Attila's Warbird here. Should get 100%. There we go. Okay, so we got 4 assignments rolling. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do because they're gonna have to go on maintenance and everything, and they're gonna have a long cooldown, right? So like we're just gonna have to wait for those. All right, that makes me happy. So Bob can end here tonight, but yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Was like disruptors from Romulans versus like a phaser. But the only reason that we're using a Romulan is literally this is your highest potential bar of entry for DPS. Yes, we do have to unlock this with an elite captain training token, which I'm hoping that Cryptic does what Cryptic does and gives us a free one from time to time, because there are a lot of ways to get these for free, but it's usually at the mercy of Cryptic. If not, we'll figure out a way to earn it because we will get an additional trait slot. So, if we don't get it, we don't get it. I mean, that's just all there is to it. But this is, like I said, the highest bar of potential for XP, or for damage, not for XP. All right, so Bob is set. We're going to switch over to our main account. And then what did that put us at for playtime tonight? So an additional 3 hours. Did Bob hit his birthday? I think Bob hit his new birthday. Everybody, let's see. Slash played. Oh wait, I didn't. I typed in dot played. Oops. There he is. 2 days, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds. He is now 2 days old. Good job, Bob. So that's it. 2 days worth of playtime. Oh my gosh. Did I not clean up this injury? Thought I did. Okay. Anyways. Happy birthday, Bob. I'd imagine that your alien, he was half Romulan in my head canon. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, head canon could be whatever you want it to be, to be fair. Like, that's the best kind of, way to put it. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just and Bob has made a lot of strides in all my other YouTube videos that don't even circulate around Bob, which is kind of funny. Is like, if y'all noticed this last week, the 2 videos I put out, one of them had nothing to do with Bob, and he was a central focus on it. And then we do have a follow-up video coming this Wednesday. Yeah, they grow up so fast. Yeah, in 48 hours they grow up quick. That's 48 hours of gameplay, on him. So. All right, let's pull up the main account. But yeah, it's kind of funny how much I've integrated Bob into the channel, and I feel like he's going to have that little bit of a legacy here, no matter like how much longer we go on with him or anything. I just kind of feel like he's almost a staple of the channel, and I think I'm going to even like name a ship of mine on one of my main account characters, like the USS Bob or something, just because like. It was just so simple for me. I mean, it's simple for anybody, right? You're just trying to think of a name. You're like Bob, Tom, John, Jane, whatever, right? You just think of somebody and you just throw it on there, right? So you're just, it's like, and I was just like, I'm not going to go crazy on this account name because of the fact that like it's going to be given away at some point. And if somebody wants to rename Bob, they can, or they can keep it, whatever. So it's kind of funny that we were talking about the Ark Royal, and I'm literally in my Ark Royal. I was just sitting in it here. Oh no, we have an expired sale. Anybody want an approaching agony? I'll give it to you. I don't even know how long that was. Oh, I guess it just expired today. I don't even remember putting it on the exchange. But yeah, we're just kind of chilling here. This one is wrapping up a few duty officer assignments, but yeah, it's funny, we were just talking about the Ark Royal and the carriers. I think after I watched this video, I was kind of putting this together, but I was just like seeing what I had. The funny thing is I have everything and then some, right? Like I have 5 of these consoles, even though you were talking about 7, but on the Ark Royal you can only slot 5. But I have like the fleet powered network array, Swarmer Matrix, which, by the way, a little something. This console and I think I already took it off. No, and the Hydra console, those passives do not stack. It's either one or the other. They do not stack. You do not get 60% turn rate, flight speed, and damage for your hangar pets. you can test this with the combat parser, and yeah. So the only reason why I keep the Hydra thing is on there is because of engage the Hydra. But if you wanted some other better passive, take it off. But anyways, just want to throw that out there for those of you that are looking at carriers, and you're curious about it. But Swarmer Matrix and Hydra's passives do not stack. You do not get 60% hanger pet damage. The way you can test that is you take it off, go into Oscar, go into a TFO, or anywhere really just that you can test the damage, send your pets in, watch their damage numbers, put the console back on. There is no 60% increase. Just doesn't happen, unfortunately. I think it should, but it doesn't. We were talking about traits and stuff too, right? So they're sad. They're scramble fighters. You know. Now I did build this as an EPG version, so I am missing some of the other core traits because I do have Strike Group Command Authority as well, which is another like staple to carrier builds. But I went a different route with this ship because I still love my science, right? So I then went back into Improved Photonic Officer, Universal Designs. I'm obviously running Harmonic Distribution. We've talked about this trait. And now it's basically now the new meta, which, like it or love it, that's just what it is. So we're going down Universal Consoles. We run Independent Wingmate, Wing Commander, and feel the weight of our presence, which is kind of undervalued, I think. But yeah, so yeah, that is all the information. Thanks for that. Yeah, I just wanted to, because I know a lot of times people will put these two together because they look up pet consoles, right? They look up carriers and whatnot, and they say, what does what? How does this work? And it will literally suggest get the Swarmer Matrix and get the Harmonic Yield Distribution Radio Aperture, right? Now, they're both great consoles in what they do themselves, right? They're actives. I mean, the drone swarm's okay, but like I said, the 30% though just doesn't stack for some reason. I don't know if that's intentional or not, and I don't know if that's ever going to change. But as of right now, it does not stack. So, and like I said, we still went science, so we're still running our You Are Dismissed, our Cranium Chronophage, our Plasma Storm. So it is a mix, and all of my consoles, because I'm science, are rolled over with EPG. Because that's just how we do. We roll the science stuff over here while everybody else is doing beams. Even though I still play a lot of beam. I have a lot of beam boats and stuff. I really do. But at the end of the day, I just have such a love for exotic and science and pets. And, well, not pets. And I am starting to like my pets more. But at the end of the day, it's just science. Let me do all the space magic. We have our exotic particle flood, Kobayashi Maru, SS Antares. All the basic stuff that you would expect on a science build with just some carrier stuff added to it. So I kind of mixed and matched both of them. I think right now I'm pushing like a solid like 600,000-700,000 damage on here. It's not the highest output build. It definitely lacks in some departments, but it's fun. It's fun all around. We'll go do some pet stuff. We'll go do some pet magic. We'll go see what we can get into. Let's go. Let's not take it into. Let's not do crystalline because that will just wipe it out too fast. Let's see if we can't get into an infected with all these pets and all the pet shenanigans because they're fun. They really are. It's just at the end of the day, I'm always going to take just full on science over it, but it's. I would honestly, this is my personal ranking. This is only my personal tier ranking as far as like types of ships to fly and like play styles. Is my number 1 and number 2 is going to be full on exotic science and full on torp boats. I can fly both of those all day long. I think we've expressly said several times here on channel like we love our torpedo boats, right? So I'll fly those two all day long, and then I think. At number 3 would probably be a carrier build of some sort. I am very anti-beam, and not because like it's not. Look, beams obviously are core to Star Trek, right? Everything you've seen on screen is fire phasers and fire photon torpedoes or whatever, right? So that's all you've ever seen on screen. I just feel like beams on here, to me, and this is just a personal opinion again, so like everybody has one, right? It's an asshole, so but to me, like, beams on here are just kind of like meh. We can all do it. We can all hit fire at will. We can all hit beam overload. We can all hit cannon scatter volley or cannon rapid fire. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, everybody could do exotic, everybody could do everything, but what I'm saying is, like, beams is just very to me overdone. I feel like it's just every boat I see is a beam boat, and I think I like more unique play styles. And so I do put carriers up there within like that kind of top 3 list, where it's like, hey, if you're flying something sciencey, exotic, or torpedo boat, mine, whatever, like, or you're flying a carrier ship, like, I think it's a lot cooler than yay fire at will. And again, I'm not knocking it, because obviously I have my own fair share of them. I'm just saying that's just not me as the person who plays Star Trek Online and what I play it for. I just everybody does it. Everybody can do it, and it's very, very easy to do. So I like what I like. That's it. I like what I like. I think if there's anything else I can think of as far as carriers and pets and anything else I can think of off the top of my head that may or may not be any more useful than what STO command carrier like puts out there, because his stuff is, like I said, it's pretty solid. I know he likes to blow the blow yeah, the blow the blow and the other stuff that comes with it. But anyways, no, he likes the blue toe douche fighters, right? He does like them a lot, and I understand that 100% as far as just terms of raw damage. I, on the other hand, love my elite Type 7 shuttlecrafts, because there is just nothing that beats the debuff on these. Like, it is just absolutely crazy. Jericho, yeah. That powder that I don't want to name on here for reasons, but yes, we do have the Todu's fighters ourselves, just not with us. They're in the bank. But anyways, I've done a lot of testing, internal testing myself, and I think it's just maybe because of the way I build, and I build more exotic carrier. Having the debuff from the elite Type 7s means my damage output is more significant than just having the raw damage from the Todu's fighters. So I would just keep in mind that when you are building a carrier ship, build it based on what your play style is with that carrier ship. He's not wrong in the Todu's fighters, like those blue ones specifically, putting out the damage that you do based off the consoles and everything else, right? I just want you to keep in mind that if you are using other abilities with your carrier and you're not just strictly relying on your pets to do all the damage, there are other pets out there to consider, and there are other damage dealing pets that could do more or less depending on what the situation is and how your build is. So don't take as like, oh, the Todu's fighters are the best pets in the game and that's it, that's all there is to it. They're top tier damage dealing, raw damage dealing, fast damage dealing pets, absolutely. But there are other pets that, you should consider. I have a carrier that is a pet build, and the weapons are all turrets on the carrier. Rainbow build for endeavors, but does really well using Twinkling Lights trait. All focus on the pets. So yeah, exactly. So exactly, that's a perfect example, right? Like if you're just putting on 3 different weapon types, and you're after 4 and 4, like a 4 and 4 carrier, right? So if you're doing something like that, and you're like, I just want to do raw pet damage. I don't care about, beams or torpedoes. I just want to buff my pets up and send them in and give them all those shenanigans, right? And in that case, like, absolutely do it. And then you should focus your consoles and your traits and even your hanger pets to be in the absolute, like, pure focus that they can be for damaging purposes. So yeah, that's a good example of it, and like a good way to put it. Like, if you're also, if you're trying to do endeavors or something, and you have a Tetrion weapon, an anti-proton weapon, a Polaron weapon, a phaser weapon, a disruptor, a plasma, a Tetrion, and is there one more? Did I miss something? Did I say phaser? I hope I did. I don't know. I kind of spitballed that really quick. My brain is trying to catch up. But either way, if you did all that and you put it all together, and I'm so surprised we haven't gotten into a queue yet. We're just going to go into a random queue. It doesn't matter. We're just going to go into a random... I'm just kidding. We're not going to go into a random... What is happening? Okay, we're just going to go into a random elite queue. Whatever I get is whatever I get. That's all there is to it. Whatever I get is whatever I get. Anti-proton, thank you. I knew I was missing one. I know all the weapon types. I knew I was missing one. Okay, this is actually a pretty decent one. This is a really good one. Bring out our Kobayashi. Bring out our pets. Oh, I do have the cooldowns on the pets, as you can see. I only have them at blue. I am trying so hard to get the purple ones on here. I actually ran the entire 10. Just so y'all are aware, there is a duty officer chain as well that I highly recommend if you're doing a pet build. Run the Cation Diaspora one. I might put out a guide on how to do all of it, but I've definitely ran it. It's not hard to do at all. You just got to be at the right location, blah, 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 right? So you do all that. When you get to said locations, you just basically, you know, XYZ your duty officers to do the assignments, and then... Hey, yeah, go science. Wee! Sorry, I'm a little bit more focused on this one just because, like, you know, it's science. But anyways, you knock out all 10 of them, and you have a good chance of getting a... Well, first off, you do get a purple duty officer that is a flight deck officer, but it's not the right one that you want. What I mean by it's not the right one is you want the one that reduces your cooldown time on your hangars. And right now I only have blue ones. I have 3 blue ones. I want all purple because I want the maximum amount of cooldown time. But yeah, definitely recommend doing that chain assignment if you're looking to build, you know, carriers, because one, it's cheaper to do it that way than trying to buy them off the exchange. I think they're really expensive on the exchange. I don't know how much, but again, like I said, everything about carriers is expensive on the exchange. It's 100% expensive. Ooh, we actually got temporal backstepped on that, and we died? Whoa, that's what I get for Space NATO time. Yeah, I actually died. It's kind of funny. All right, well, you guys know the rules because it still applies on the main account. There you go, 1 through 5. I use type 7 to build focus as a ship. Otherwise, I use their pets preferably. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, if the build focus is one way or the other, you definitely want to use you know, different pets based on how you're building. 100%. So that's why we have the Arc Royal with the type 7s, is because I use the science shenanigans, which definitely debuffs. I can't believe I actually freaking died on here. But I will get rid of this. Boop, 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 boop. So many clickies. Yep, there goes the gateway now. Let's go and let's grab all this. Space NATO. I do love my space tornadoes. Like I said, I love science. What the hell? How did we fail this? Yo, that's rough. That's rough. Really? Which one should I go with this time? I think 1 is all the number. You really like those BeanBoozles, don't you? We still have other options on the table, folks. I can't believe we failed that, man. That irritates me. I've definitely been neglecting this main account a lot because I don't even have a bunch of stuff I usually do. Like, yeah, my components. I only have the critical and majors, so I don't even have my minor components on here. Oh, I'm slacking, man. No. What am I doing? We're salvaging. We're salvaging. Oh yeah, this is perfect time to show you all this. So I got one for push-ups. All right. So I have been moving dilithium around. I want to show you all how to do it in case you don't know how to do it. I always move my dilithium to whatever character. But new players, if you don't know how to do it, say you get your 8,000 for today right here, and you want to move it to another character, you're going to go into here. You're going to hit your exchange right here. It says buy Zen. All right. You're going to leave this top number alone at 2,500. You're going to type in right here how much Zen you're selling or you're wanting to buy. You're going to take this 8,000. You're going to submit the offer to buy. You're going to leave it right there. Okay. You're going to come over to another character. Another character that I'm just going to, I'll put on my KDF. Maybe. Yeah, we'll put it on my KDF. You're going to come over to your other character. You're gonna come over here back into the exchange right here, right? So you're gonna open up this exchange and you can see it's sitting right there. You're gonna hit cancel offer and you're gonna withdraw, and now you have that 8,000 over here. And that's how that's why it's important to make multiple characters and max them out and you know, move dilithium around, because if I needed this 40,000 for whatever project I was working on, then, you know, I'd have it or whatnot. So, unfortunately, I don't need it for anything. I'm just saying that's how you do it. And then you would jump onto another character and rinse and repeat the process. So remember, you just hit the exchange, dilithium per Zen, leave that at 25 because you were never going to buy Zen at 25. You're just going to put the amount you want to sell, you want to, or, you know, attempt to buy. And you want to put the 40,000 there. Okay, there's the 40,000. Now I'm going to jump back onto my main character. Maybe. It is. I did not forget. I still either owe push-ups. You know, I'm just going to do both of them. I've been showing this off. I'm going to do both the push-ups and the bean. I feel like I need a little bit more of a physical workout, right? So I come over here to the exchange. Oh, there's the 1,600, cancel, withdraw. Now I got 40,000 on here. And you just move the dilithium around to your characters to whatever your heart's content is, however much you want to move, etc., etc. So yeah. I just messed around with that the other day, but didn't realize you could do that. I just used it to sell some Zen. I had like, so there, see, now you know. I have a couple tips and tricks that I want to squeeze out there where I can remember them and whatnot. And then this was definitely one of them, because like I say, I struggle with this with Bob's account. And the reason I struggle with it is because it is a free to play account. And I sit there and wonder sometimes, like, should I make dilithium farmers, or would that really mess with the grind aspect of it? Because at the end of the day, I feel like a new player is going to make multiple characters. It's just, do they know about this information? And it kind of confirms to me right there, and I'm not saying anything bad about this, Jericho, but that kind of confirms to me right there, if you had no idea about it, I feel like a majority of like newer players aren't going to know about it. So I don't think we're going to do it with Bob. But this is my recommendation to those of you who do have an established account or have been playing for a little bit, or you are looking to make extra dilithium on your main character, right? Because you can do this with all the characters on your account, and especially if you can get 8,000 dilithium a day per character. Now this PC account only has 5 characters, right? But let's say I did this on my Xbox account, which has 27 characters on there, and I somehow had the time to do 8,000 freaking dilithium a day on there. That's a lot. I don't even want to know what the math is on there, because my brain doesn't want to brain. So we're just going to take the easy way out, and we're going to go 8,000 times 27 is 216,000 dilithium a day at 27 characters if I was to do that. Now, at the current exchange rates, if I had for somehow or another 216,000 a day, that would allow me to buy essentially 432 Zen a day on 27 characters. That's, again, take that at what your profit margin is going to be, right? So let's say if you even did 5 characters a day at 8,000. Well, I know the math on that. That's 40,000. You're still making 80s in a day for just 5 characters. So just keep that in mind if you are looking at ways to potentially maximize your revenue. Now, here's the hard thing, right? Here's the next hard thing. At 500, I just did the 40,000. I want to show you all something. I submit this offer to buy. I will not immediately get this 80s in. It takes a lot of time. So what I recommend is if you're going to buy Zen, or you have an idea of that you're going to buy Zen, we're going to cancel this offer. I'm going to show you the best way to do it. Stack up your dilithium as much as to the amount of Zen you think you're going to want to buy. So if you want to buy a ship or something for 3,000, I'm not saying I'm telling you don't buy this. I'm just saying, say you want to buy these elite training captain tokens for 3,000. Over here, type in 3,000. Well, you know you're going to need 1.5 million dilithium for it. So build your dilithium till you get to 1.5 million, and then list it up here and let it sit, because it's going to take up to a month and a half. I've heard some people say it takes 3 months to get that Zen. Personally, I don't do it for obvious reasons that I don't. I don't have the time to do it anymore like I used to, so it is a little bit easier for me to take the pay route than the steady route. That being said, I can still offer you the advice of how to do it the steady route. So yeah, trying to think of any other neat little things that could be helpful as far as that's concerned. But like I said, max out the amount of Zen that you want to purchase an item for, and just keep in mind it's going to take you some time to get that Zen to you if you go that route. Wow, I haven't done a dance competition on here. Okay, I guess we could go do the dance competition. I don't really want to, but we can. We got 30 minutes. Yeah, I guess so. Or I don't know. What am I doing? It's definitely that time of night where my brain is like not wanting to brain. In progress. Partisans. Oh yeah, I think we discussed this before, but remember there are a ton of missions in game that you can save and hide, so they're not all up in your active mission, but you can use them as free transwarps, so you don't have to use a transwarp spot. What is your handle? I want to send you something. I will put it in chat. Which I'll be honest with y'all, I think at that time I was playing Star Wars The Old Republic is when this handle was available to me. And so I don't even know what the character's name really is supposed to be. I've actually put in to see if Cryptic would let me change it to @CaptainSpicyPants. I'm hoping I hear a response back, but I haven't heard anything in a long time, so it may be stuck that way. But for now, that's what the handle is. And mind you, I made that handle back in like 2012 or so. So it makes no sense. There is no reason or rhyme or reason behind that handle. I will hopefully someday either secure Captain Spicy Pants or something. I don't know, but for now, that's what we're at. Let's go do the dance competition, I suppose. I really want to do the dance competition, but we will. Nimbus dance. I'll move this here just so I can see it better than it being in the bottom corner. Get ready. Just dance, nothing special. Okay, well, I'm just gonna dance like this. And we're gonna do the robot emotes. Yes, I know there's slash commands. I just don't want... I'm not gonna type everything out. What was it? Do the snake. Snake. Then do the robot. Robot. Yay, we did it. Nailed it. Woohoo. Is there anything else that, I mean, like, you guys can feel free to ask me any questions, whether it's ground or space. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I can think of that will just, oh, I should probably like actually turn it into, huh? We got mail. Imagine stream if I entered this correctly. I believe you did. You did glasses. You nailed it. So what else? I don't want to spoil too much. But I will give you guys a little sneak preview of this week's coming video. Only a small portion of it. But you guys, I know some people feel a certain way about like AI and stuff, and I totally get it, which is why I blend both my videos are taken with in-game footage, and then I mix AI in between because of the amount of time it takes for stuff for me to actually do. So I want to show you guys something I made this week. Yeah, here's your guys a sneak peek for this coming week video. And then y'all can let me know what you think about it. Oh no, is it not going to open it? I feel like it should. Ah, there we go. All right, and here we go. Maybe we can get this one to open. Yeah, there we go. There's Bob again, everybody. Wonder what Bob is doing this week. I'm hoping it's loud enough for y'all.
If my calculations are correct, when we use this baby on the ground, you're gonna see some serious shit.
And that is the intro for this coming week's video, which is a follow-up to last week's video. I don't know if it was loud enough though. You guys gotta let me know. But if it was, great. If not, yeah. We're just kind of chilling here. We're kind of winding down for the evening just because like it is getting to be that time. We had a lot of fun though tonight. I have a lot of fun on stream. Oh, I owe you guys push-ups and a bean too. I just remember that. Damn. I'm really slacking over here. I'm procrastinating is what it is. Okay. Anyways, good times with Bob. The Bob is kind of like made a staple through this whole thing. So let me do the bean for y'all. Back to the Future. Yeah. Yeah, I have a theme with my videos. I mean, obviously, I love a lot of movies and shows and sci-fi and stuff. So I kind of like to. The reason I choose to do this is because I kind of want to stand apart from other content creators. It's kind of like the idea, right? You don't want to be the same thing as somebody else. And so while I have a lot of respect for all different kinds of content creators, I kind of want my own thing. And that's kind of like how I want to staple this channel is like, y'all are going to get a little bit of something, some kind of nostalgic something from some point in our lives, right? I did a Deadpool one yesterday, I think. Yeah, Deadpool was yesterday's for Bob's Progress. But like, you'll find that be kind of like our theme. And they're only going to be like quick little intro segments. I'm not gonna try and like, drag on the whole AI segment, blah, blah, blah. But it's just because like, I want to get you all into like a haha moment, like, oh, this is great. I remember this. And then, okay, now we can get, covering the topics or whatever we're doing. So that's kind of why I do them. Because sometimes I hate when, and this is just maybe my personal experience, I hate when I click on a video and like they immediately start talking or whatever, and I'm just like, wait a second, did I miss something? Because like I had to turn my volume up or my volume down or something. So I kind of use that like little bit of time for you to get situated into like, all right, you know, now the video's starting. Okay, so that's why I do it. But all right, here we go. Random bean. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Sorry, and then what is this one? Yo, did we pull another? Either this is either the another one, or this is this is either another Carolina Reaper or a Cayenne Pepper. I'm not sure which one it is, but this is the one I owe you all. Mel sent. Keep them in your bank. Oh, nice. Oh, Bob will definitely appreciate that. I gotta mail them over to Bob. If y'all, oh my gosh, that's the habanero, or that's the cayenne pepper. Oh my god, that's horrible. You just send me 3 of these. You're awesome. You're really awesome. Just so y'all, I've been running around on this one with the 3 blues. So I definitely will replace those. Yeah, I got the 3 blues right there. Nasaru, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I got the 3 blue ones because that's all I could get from the rewards, but so far. But that just made my carrier life that much easier. Because those cooldowns are great. They're amazing. So thank you very much, Nasaru. Definitely appreciate that. And Bob is definitely gonna appreciate all these for sure. You farmed them? Yeah, that's why I did the duty officer. Yeah, the same. That's exactly what I plan to do with this, is because once you do the Cation Dispersa duty officer assignment, you know, you get the rewards and everything. You can. I mean, it's a good money maker too. In case anybody else is curious about that, like I said, I definitely recommend. My brain's not working at the moment. That freaking thing is like kicking my butt. Definitely recommend doing this Cation. I don't know how you say it. Diaspora. Like we always say, we're bad at pronouncing things on here, but either way, each of these symbols show you what they are, what kind of assignment they are. The first one's a diplomatic one. Most of these can be found in sector space of the beta quadrant, if not in the alpha quadrant, right? So you can go back and forth between the 2 of them. They are specific sectors, so to speak. But if you can't find them in there, you can also look in your department heads, and sometimes they will be in there. Either way, do that chain assignment. The reason that is because once you're done with this, you're going to get rewarded with 1 purple Cation flight deck officer, but it's not the cooldown reduction one. The first one isn't, but afterwards you get repeatable assignments for them that will be the flight deck officers. Most times will be the cooldown ones. You will still get the other ones. It does come with 1 of 4 of the active powers, right? So just keep that in mind. I definitely recommend this one. This is 1 top tier duty officer assignment. And if you are as generous as Nasharu is, who sent me these that are definitely going to be on here, we are going to show, because I want these. So we got all 3 of them right there. These are being stapled to this account. They are not, I am not going to resell them or anything because of how much I know of a pain that they can be. So we're going to take all of these, and they are under operations or engine. I got so many duty officers. I got to remember which one. Here's operations. Flight deck officer increase. Nope. This is one of them that rewards is the increased carrier pet accuracy. I think that's the one that you get from completing it. Then another one I got was pet damage while in escort mode. These are a couple of them I've gotten in there. So like I said, you can get the other ones, but these are the ones you want, is their recharge time, right? So put them on active duty. Bam, that binds to me. Bam, that binds to me. And that binds to me. There we go. So thank you once again, Nisharu. I appreciate that. So yeah, but you can farm these, and the reason why you want to farm these is they're a good money maker on top of just completing your your all-around flight deck carrier as far as recharging your pets are concerned. The blue ones work great, obviously, as you could tell, because they were -3 seconds. These are -4 seconds, so you do technically get 3 seconds off your recharge time. This is as max as you can get with them. So I do recommend that you just farm it. I farm a lot of stuff, but do not sell hardly anything. No, and I understand that too. I'm just saying, like, if players need, if they need another form of EC, I highly recommend farming that. I mean, there's tons of ways to get EC in this game, but yeah. So, yeah, now that definitely rounds out our Ark Royal carrier for sure. Getting our pets up there, fleet network rate. I do owe you all 10 push-ups real quick, so I'm gonna go knock those 10 push-ups out. Then I think we're gonna start getting ready to close out for night. If anybody has any questions, needs to run something really quick, like before midnight, we do have about 18 minutes left. Let me know in the chat if you got any ideas, things you want to contribute to the channel, add to the stream ideas, or have a video suggestion, anything like that. I am open to all and any kind of conversation whatsoever. Let me know. I try my best to answer everybody as much as I can, especially when you leave comments on videos. If I do miss your comment, or I'm just busy with life or whatever, it's not that I'm overlooking you by any means, but as the channel has been growing here this last month, it's a bit hard sometimes to keep up with it. But either way, I appreciate the hell out of all of you. I mean, hell, in just one video yesterday, the one we put out yesterday, as I was editing it, I will gladly accept that friend request. Thank you. As I was editing and putting together the video, right, I sat there and I was like, okay, so I have 30 subscribers, and Deathboy68, got you. I gotta accept other people's too. We've been getting quite a few of them here lately. But as I was, I got that right. Sure did. Okay. Editing and putting together the videos, right? I was like, okay, I got 30 subscribers to thank this week, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, it takes me a couple days to edit and get together footage and everything else. So I started this probably like on Wednesday of last week, or maybe Thursday I was doing it. And I had to get it out by Sunday. So by the time I looked, I was like, okay, I got 30. I'm going to thank them real quick. Did my voice recording, got everything put together, went to go check the YouTube comments for today. And I'm like, oh, well, now we have 40, and I've already recorded the line and it's ready to ship. I'm just going to put this little editor's note in there. So y'all are killing it over there on YouTube, and I appreciate you all very, very much. So I could use a random TFOs. You want to party for one? I've been working on making my DPS better. Absolutely, Jericho. We can definitely run a TFO. Let me knock out these push-ups. Send me a group invite. I think I have you. And then I'm going to take these for Bob. We're going to make sure we mail those over to Bob. See, Bob's okay with getting those kind of items, right? It's not going to make or break the free-to-play experience. It's just they never drop at all. So we are going to mail those to Bob and make sure he gets them. Let me see. Yeah, send me a thing, Jericho. I think you're on right now. Yeah, you're on. I see you. Okay, let me knock out the push-ups. If you want to queue us for whatever, I should. Well, I don't know. Don't queue us just yet. Let me knock out these push-ups. Yeah, I'm gonna forget about doing them. I want to get my push-ups in. Bro, getting old sucks, man. You start popping every time you get out of the chair. It's the worst. So, we got our 10 knocked out. I just wanted to send Bob a ground weapon, but I think it'd break the rules. So as long as, well, I guess it really depends on what the ground weapon is. So, let me pull up this real quick. Okay, so I think I have still saved on here. I do. Let me know if y'all can't see that. It might be too small. So basically, the rules with Bob's whole thing is it can't be anything like I trade from my main account to him as far as anything that could help him, right? Like I can't give him like whole image refractors or something, or I don't know. Let me see what else. You made me group lead. Okay, I'll queue us for one. Do you want just a random one, or did you want one in particular? Mr. Bub's pistol might be a little strong for him. Because right now he's rocking the 3-piece Nicole until we get it down to a 2-piece with the Burnham or something. But anyways, he's got the Nicole weapon and just like a random TFO weapon. So I would probably say not, as much as I appreciate that. I just don't think it would. Well, it's kind of okay. Just a random. You want? We can just carry you through a random elite. Yeah, you want to do? Wait, yeah, we'll do a random elite. We'll carry you through it. Doesn't matter. Could probably fix my own damn injury before I start giving Bob injury stuff. Anyways. Yeah, like I said, as much as I appreciate that, I do think that might go against our rules just slightly. Just slightly. Like, ground is already fairly easy to do. I just kind of feel like I don't want to make it too easy. I don't know. Y'all decide. You let me know. I think it's not really contributing too much, since it's just we're grinding on the ground, right? And I did say, like, Bob could technically beg in chat like a new player would do, right? Not beg, but like, hey, does anybody have something? And if like somebody's kindly going to give it away, it's technically not breaking the rules. So this is a perfect one to like easily do, right? So oh, look at those hanger pet cooldowns now. That extra 1 second is like super. Well, actually, extra 3 seconds is super noticeable. And then we bring out all of our mines, because we're gonna drop these mines right over here. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think I don't think it's too terrible. I don't think it'd be too bad. Yeah. Why am I playing like this? I know better. It's because it's that time of night. There we go. They're all dead. All right, let's go over here. Dude, we got some heavy damage in here along with me for sure. Like, ain't no way that was. I mean, I know I did some stuff, but like, this pet build is not like the be all end all. It's still a decent. It's still a decent build for sure. It's just not the. Yeah, give me my stuff. Come on. Gone. Did you get that side? Oh yeah. Nice. Alright. You know, the only thing I wish I could change on this ship, in all honesty, it's just because like I'm nitpicky like this. I literally can't run another control ability over over structural analysis. Like, I could put done. Okay. Like, I could put tractor beam, I suppose, on there, but I don't know. Like, I I just want one more controllability. Oh well. Well, we'll know if you get the Carolina Reaper. Yeah, that one was rough. That was like really fast. I forget how fast infected is. I mean, like, I know I say like I forget how fast. It's just like y'all like I'm sure you can kind of guess by now. The time that I have allotted to play and like put out videos and do stuff, like it's very split. And I spend a lot more time on Bob, so it's like coming back over here. I'm kind of like, huh? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this and that, and like. But I got time for one more if you want, Jericho, just because like that one's extremely fast. You let me know. We can definitely do one more, just if you want to. Because I mean that either way, like, you know, it helps get you, you know, what you need as far as, I mean, we don't need any marks or whatever, but yeah, it is very fast. But I will take my isomagnetic so I can craft stuff. See, that's the thing, like that really bites on Bob is like, granted, I did buy the isomags that we bought on stream, like on week, what did we buy it on, week 2, something like that. Let's do more. Okay, we can definitely run one more. But the thing is that really bites is like when you know, you're trying to think of like things that you can put together on that account, on that player, and then you're just like, I have it, but I can't give it to you because like I kind of like what you were saying there, Nisharu, is like sometimes I'll collect stuff. Actually, I have everything ready for my Delta recruit over here, like already. Like I have a whole bank full of stuff. That when that Delta recruit launches here on PC, it'll be fully stacked and ready to go, including all the Muds Market stuff and everything. But like I have like tons of traits and boxes sitting in my bank just for that character, and like I will do that is I'll acquire stuff and I'll set it aside and go, okay, this is for this future character, or this is for this or whatever, and then like I forget, and then I go, oh, I want to do it for Bob, but I can't. But I have so much. If I was to give everything I have sitting in my bank right now for Bob, we'd be hitting elite TFOs tonight on him easily, like 100%. Oh, this one's okay. I guess we'll just pick a lane. I'm not really. We just gotta close portals. I'm trying to do random elites when I can for the salvage tech. Make sure. Well, what are you trying to build for? So, like, I don't remember what you were trying to. But yeah, I get the salvage tech, but like, what are you trying to build that character for? Like beams or cannons or something? Because if so, definitely make sure you're picking up these isomagnetic things so you can potentially craft your stuff, or if you want to just sell it, you can too. But I'm not really sure what you were building your oh, everybody went, oh my goodness, everybody went that way. Okay, I guess I'll go and handle the right side. Sure, I mean, it's fine. It's just everybody took off all to the left. No, I need to rope all these in and get some secondary deflector damage done on them, and then drop this and this and this and this and this and more space tornado. Wee. I love my Tholian crystals too. Wee. I think I am gonna put tractor beam on here. I think I'm just gonna. I just want one more controllability, just because like my consoles come up pretty fast as it is, but I think I want like just a little bit faster. Not much. Doesn't have to be anything like super special. Ooh. I backstepped again? Bruh. Yeah, I just want, I think I am going to do that. I keep telling myself I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to forget about it. I know that's what's going to happen. Then next week we're going to get on here, and I'm going to say the same damn thing. And yeah, I got the ice. Okay, good. You guys okay over there? I mean, like, I think y'all are good. I'm gonna go help over here just in case. We can fly back over. What's, oh, it's just this one. As long as everybody closes portals on this side, I'll handle the other side. It's not a big deal. There we go. And we'll come back. We drop some sciencey stuff. And we'll go back.
The troop transports have been.
Okay. I wonder where my pets stopped. They just stopped coming out for some reason.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Okay. So if you've never done this TFO, the best way to do this is like just focus solely on closing these radiation portals. Don't worry about the spawn gateways and stuff. Just use stuff to survive. You know, pull off whatever you need to pull off of you, I suppose. But like, you just want to make sure you can get these troop transports down to where they need to go. And if you can split your lanes, do it. But don't ever... Okay, so like this one, I'm probably going to let cook. Never mind, somebody's going to close it. But what I would do is let that one cook. Let these guys get all the way down to the planet and leave. Because then what happens is a radiation gateway could spawn over here. Or it can spawn back there, and that's fun to do. The Ark Royal is not the greatest ship to like maneuver in. It's a carrier, and anybody who flies carriers knows. I mean, like, I got some decent turn rate and inertia, but it ain't. I like this person down here though. They are definitely like hitting these portals, so good on them. I'm glad about that. I'm gonna get over here to this one though. I'm gonna let my pets like draw as much of the aggro as possible. And we'll just hit co-opt energy and, you know, keep our defenses up and stuff. Me. Some temporary hit points. Okay, I gotta actually like try and stay alive here for a second. Oh no! Get it, Corona. How many did we got down there so far? 425. So there is a fail mechanic in this. If we don't get 25, it's a fail mechanic. But like I said, if you know how to set it up and you have a good like couple people that know how to run this, it's not hard at all. That EMP probe is the worst. Yep, we got backstepped on that one. Did we, man? Why? Yeah, that EMP probe too is a nightmare because it will mess up your cycle. All right, I'm just gonna drop that out there so I can just round up all of them. I'm gonna come down here. All right, where's it going? Okay. 7 of 25, 3 minutes left. We're kind of cutting this one close. A little bit. Yo! Oh my gosh. I might let this guy do it all. Because, like, I gotta clean up some of these ads. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let him get it all. I'm gonna clean up these ads. It's just that it's like annoying every time I go to close the portal. I got like 3 EMP probes shooting at me. No. Okay, I'll just get the ones up here and I'll let him get the rest. Cause like, yeah, we gotta clean up all that mess. All right. No, it's good. You should stay down there. I'm gonna stay up here. Because I'll clean up everything. Yes, you can close the spawn portals, but it's not really worth it. I wouldn't waste your time doing it. Back in the day when this first came out, like 8 years ago or whenever it was, whenever Iconian stuff came out, yeah, you probably did need to like clean up a lot of the enemies, right? Because space tornadoes. Okay, there we go. Let's close this gateway. You know, the power creep wasn't high enough back then, so now they kind of have to more or less do it, or you don't have to do it, I should say. But now the power creep and just knocking things out. These enemies are so incredibly weak. Can we get 8 of these in time? I don't know. I'm a little scared, man. All right. Ew.
Shipyards, transports are beginning their run to the factory.
19 of 25. I don't know if we're gonna get it. We're like really close, but like we're not at the same time. I'm gonna stay back here just in case, but I don't think we're gonna get it. We might actually fail this one. Okay, if we don't touch this portal, maybe. Let me see. Nope, we failed. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, it's all about, so this one is all about setup. It's all about like making sure, like, you know, you hit those portals because you got to close them on both sides, but you also want to make sure like you don't close one too early and then like it spawns back while the troop transports are coming out, because you will fail that. Like, if you're up at the back, or if you're at the back and your troop transports are, let's say you're here and your transports are way over here and the portal's in between the both of you, go hit it, let them pass through, because chances are that portal is going to spawn back here. So once the portal spawns back here, just leave it be. Let the troops go all the way to the planet, because if you run up here and hit this one again, you might put the portal at them and they're already close to the planet, and then it'll kill all of them. And that's typically what happens with that one. So it's a little bit rougher in that scenario, that like you're not going to be able to complete it. So Jericho, I'm gonna try and get you in one more real quick, even though we're a little bit over time, but I don't really care. I'm gonna try and get you on a win. It's just like I said, if you haven't done it and whatnot, yeah, that's fine. But I don't really know. No, it's fair, and that's okay. And that's why I said, like, it's all about placement. So elite TFOs, the fail mechanics are basically just in knowing like placement and timing and where each thing spawns, or if you don't have enough damage to kill this enemy, XYZ. So elite mechanics do take a little bit more like knowing of how the game is played out. Unfortunately, a normal doesn't do a good job of teaching it. I understand what they are, or things, but it costs more than a ship. Honestly, don't. Yeah, exactly. And some are much easier than others. Absolutely. I just wish like the normal TFOs and stuff, like they do have the optionals in them, but there's no fail mechanics in them, and I don't think there should be. But at the same time, I think they should say something like, instead of like optional, it should say must complete this on elite to pass or something, right? Like it needs to have something, some way of like identifying, so that like players do understand it, because every TFO has a normal version to it. Then there are ones that are just like only normal and nothing else. Okay, this is an easy one. Well, it's just ground. Oh, I might be spoiling something. I might be spoiling some stuff that I put in this week's video, but it's okay. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But we are using this, and we are using, what was the other thing I put in here? Oh, I only kept one. Wait a second. What did it? I know I put that in there. Oh, yeah, okay. We still have the agony field generator, which is fine. Okay, so I didn't put everything in here. That's good. But that's okay, because this is going to make this run like that much easier. But I did add 5 more kits to tomorrow or to Wednesday's, Thursday's video. So there's gonna you might see them slip out a little bit, but it's okay. I gave you guys one of them right now, which is an awesome kit to use for the ground, is the Battle Obelisk Network, and that is definitely going to be in the video. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I forget when I put stuff together. Sometimes I just leave it on because I'm like, I did the video. I know this one. There's the only fail mechanic in this one is if you don't complete it in a time frame, but it's basically just go set crystals, protect crystals all the way till the end, and don't allow these to get corrupted. That's the other, I think, elite fail mechanic, right? Is like so. But as long as you do everything in a timely manner, I am going to go left. You're more than welcome to come with me. You don't have to. I can definitely solo all this with all the good goods, so we don't have to worry about nothing on here. I'm also going to just like protect myself with our newest addition to the ground game. But yeah, as far as the Borg duty officers, I have quite a few myself, but I don't typically chase them or anything else. I more or less just have them from the past. So if you guys can see the damage that these Battle Obelisks do, they're kind of brutal. They're super brutal. So it will clean out just about anything that you need cleaned out. Watch. We'll just watch it. Which one is it going at? Is it not going to shoot that? Is it not going to? Okay, it's not hitting this one because it's out of the weird line of sight that they have, but it's gonna clear those. Yep, there you go. Yeah, one shot almost all the elite trash mobs. 100%, it will. This thing is gross. And I didn't want to put that in the first video because, like, if you guys remember when I did the first kits video, I said I wasn't necessarily doing it by the numbers for damage or whatever. I was doing it based on like what does what and why. But the next one does have some really premium stuff in there. But this one here, I literally don't have to use a single kit the rest of this time. We can just go from here to here and let the Obelisk Network do the rest. It can clean everything up. Put one here. Put one here. Okay, there you go.
Terran reinforcements have arrived.
I will put out some ball lightning though, just because it's fun. I love ball lightning. Or somebody put it in the comments earlier, bowel lightning. That's what we're gonna call it. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna put one here. That'll cover that back end. And I'll put one here, and I'll cover the front end, and there you go.
Crystal is under attack. Defend it.
From what? What's it under attack from? As long as I keep these three up, it should be fine. so ridiculous. I might move one of them. I might put them up here. This one keeps getting attacked. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one up here. That one just keeps getting attacked. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, that one's purified. I'm not even gonna bother with you. I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna put you there. Yeah, here. You guys can play in the lava. Go for it. You can go there. And then you can go up here. I think that should cover the bases for the most part. And break all these. I actually like this ground TFO a lot. I don't know why. I like it. I don't know if it's just the design of it or if it's just because like it plays very well. I don't have an exact reason, but this is one of the few ground TFOs that I actually do enjoy.
Terran reinforcements have arrived.
Whee. Oh yeah, that solar gateway. I love to see it. I do.
Under attack. Defend it.
How the heck did we lose a crystal? What? I don't think so. I don't think so, Scooter. Ball lightning. Alright, we'll put one here. I feel like we're losing a crystal. Where are we losing the crystal at? More.
Crystal is under attack. Defend it.
Oh, it is coming from that side. Okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Terran reinforcements have arrived.
Ew. We should be getting close to
Crystal is under attack. Defend it.
this one. And then all we have is one more region. What's our time looking like? Oh yeah, we should be able to get it. This one's gonna be purified.
Reinforcements have arrived. Crystal has been purified.
Yay, transport to Spire. And then we'll go do the last section. Yeah, we're gonna be fine on this one. Especially if I can just set up all my obelisk like where I want it. I'll just let it control this whole top section too. Alright. We got 5. Okay, y'all set up that. I'll put this here. I'll put this back here. And I'll put this one over here. And I will
Crystal is under attack.
give you guys some ball lightning. Wait a second, why did my ball lightning go? It disappeared, it didn't come back. Pew. Pew. I'm like one of the laziest STO players for sure. Like if I can get like turrets and pets and everything else to do my job, I will. It's kind of funny because like as much as I was like, you know, saying like how I feel about like carrier pets and stuff, like it, you know, it's in my top 3 play styles, but on the ground game, oh, I love like any kind of like easy pet carrier, whatever type of builds, right? I really enjoyed doing so many melee weapons. So my KDF recruit is like purely melee, and I love melee, and it has got a wicked melee build to where it just I run around and like smack people. And it's done. I love it. I love ground. Here's the thing: is yes, ground is a little bit janky, and I understand that. But it's not the worst ground game in any MMO ever. It's not the best. I'm just saying it has a lot of fun aspects, especially if you use the right kind of equipment and kits and stuff. Like ground can be a lot of fun. It really can. So I have to agree. I like melee a lot too. I mean, but you know, I know nobody really plays STO for the ground combat, so I'm not trying to take that away from anybody that's, you know. But at the same time, you can make ground a lot of fun if you, especially if you know. The Koatmala sword is, yes, it is indeed. There's a lot of good ground, like just stuff in general, like melee stuff, especially the mind meld device. Even the KDF recruit's weapon is really good. The bat'leth that you get is really, really good. There's all kinds of just like, I mean, you can build melee whichever way you want to play it. That's the beauty of it. But like, there's just so much good stuff out there.
Terran reinforcements have arrived.
I'll put another tower right there so they can get that spawn, and then this one can just like handle over here, and then we just chilling. We're just chilling until the end of this. We're gonna get it, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, we got it. One minute and it's done. We'll just put this out because, you know, clean up whatever else is around us.
Waste crystal is under attack. Defend
No,
it.
no, it's not. It's not under attack.
Crystal has been purified. Advance to the next one. Well done. Looks like the Terran.
All right, there we go. Now we're just gonna go and fight off this last area and we win.
Reading Terran transporter signals near the spire.
And this is like kind of why I said like on my main account, unless I'm just not really paying attention, which has happened tonight. I did die once. But I don't really die on here because like you just have so much gear and stuff attainable, right? So like it's just one of those things, like it's a noticeable difference that the game scales to when you get to a certain level in your game, I guess, or obtain a certain amount of items, or you build a certain way, like you just don't die. Ooh, yeah, reputations. Let's go. I'm gonna put one up at each corner. So I will hold this one down because it's kind of like annoying. I think y'all should be okay over there. I got a sentry on each post over there. And then I'll just kind of put it up from time to time if need be. Where are you going? You guys are not going anywhere. I have old bat'leths and swords that have 6 modifiers that I'm not sure where I got them. I am not sure where you got them either. What? That's kind of cool. I love the range of this Therian weapon. It's so crazy. Whee! I'm just kind of watching the obelisk to make sure that none of them go down, because we just don't want to get anything corrupted, none of the roots. Then once the 2 big bosses come in, we'll just, you know, we'll deal with that when that time comes. But look at, yeah, they don't stand a chance. Oh, we got a down obelisk over here. Let's go put one up. I was worried about that. Okay, so we're gonna put one here. Somebody over here getting this one. Hold on. Okay, you gotta make sure, if we don't want to fail this, gotta make sure we get rid of these things, because you're gonna have to keep the crystals purified. Alright, there we go. I'll clean up those. Let me get back up here to my original spot. Put this down. And then we'll put this here. There we go. That should help. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. I have a caught in my lap and accidentally pressed something that made it so the mouse moves my head around and I can only have no idea what you pressed. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, drop this down, drop this down. We're gonna have our lightning up in a second, and they're not gonna like that. Drop that down. There we go. Should probably debuff them some. And then drop this, drop that. They're dead. Okay, what got placed where? Well, as long as it doesn't get corrupted and we beat this last boss.
You're not entirely unskilled. I can smell the fear on you from here, weakling.
There we go.
Well,
Just gonna take it off. There we go. There we go. We'll end it on a W. Hey, that will help you with the Discovery spore canisters. If you need anything from Discovery Rep, that gives you 2 of them right there. All right, folks. I am pretty tired, as you can tell. I definitely hit that quiet mark. But we will be back tomorrow. I did have a very fun stream with y'all tonight. Met some new people in here and had a good time. I am going to back us out of here. And then that's something. Yeah, I'm not really. Honestly, I'm not sure if because it could be just like whatever keybind you have to. I honestly don't know what keybind it would be. I'm not really sure how you did that. Maybe once you left the TFO. Because let's see, I know like all my keybinds are. Yeah, so like I can bring that up. But I don't see anything that's gonna scan it. I don't know how you did what you did. That's a good question. Has to be a combination though. I'm not really sure. Thank you for the cues. I'll look at. Yeah, that's something interesting. Like, I mean, it's something that probably you can only accidentally recreate. It sounds like it's something that you hit that somehow locked the camera in with the mouse, because like, you can hold down your mouse button and move the camera freely, right? But like whatever, I'm not really sure how you or the cat managed to do that, because I can't even recreate it myself. But anyways, folks, that's gonna do it for me tonight. We will be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. till midnight Eastern Standard Time. I think we're going to do just a little bit more on Bob tomorrow, and then we'll come and mess around here. What we'll do is about 3 hours on Bob, and the last hour we'll come over here and just kind of hang out and everything. I'm going to run over to this mailbox real quick, though, before I forget while we're still on. I need to mail these to Bob. We're getting ready to call it a night, though, so I did see you jump in chat. I just, yeah, we're let me see real quick. Let me compose this. I'll say hi really quick, but I don't even know. Did I add? Yeah, I did. Okay, I was gonna say, did I add him to here? But we're gonna send these over to Bob because it does not affect the new player experience at all. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna send him. I don't know how much I have. I'm gonna just send him 80. It's mainly the space stuff, and I guess some of the ground stuff, right? I'm gonna send him 80 of each of these, and I'll put the rest in my bank or whatever. But that way he just has them, and we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, sure. All right, we'll send all those. Okay. Signs back and forth and missed chunks of this. Good to meet you and see you next stream. Hey, Deathboy, I appreciate you. And like I said, I appreciate everybody who did stop by, swing by. I just wanted to mail that off real quick before I called it a night myself. I will be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. midnight Eastern Standard Time. I am so dog tired. I'm rambling on. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and take care.